And that means it's time for high school football on the Fan.
It's the Capital Ford High School Game of the Week. Here's Paul Barnes.
Tonight we come to you from New Albany High School for Week 4. The Upper Arlington Golden Bears pay a visit to the New Albany Eagles tonight on the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week. Along with former Buckeye and NFL wide receiver Devier Posey, I am Paul Barnes. Devier, it's a warm night for football. These teams are going at it tooth and nail. The New Albany Eagles come in 1-2. Upper Arlington Golden Bears are 3-0. And the story for New Albany is the injuries that have really taken a toll.
Absolutely. You talk about a beautiful night for some high school football. It doesn't get better than September in Ohio. And we got a great matchup tonight. Coach Buttermore is bringing the Upper Arlington Golden Bears out here on the east side of 71. And they're off to a hot start, Paul White. You got 3-0. You got athletes everywhere. But they do have some guys down tonight. So for them to overcome the challenges on being on the road with a young group, you got to stay focused and you got to minimize mental errors, right? And for New Albany to defend the home turf tonight, they have some people out too due to unfortunate circumstances. So what they have to do is control the time of possession, run the ball. They are notorious for running a wing T-like offense. That needs to be implemented early and often.
And we get to see Jet Jewers, the junior running back of New Albany, who last week against Olentangy Berlin ran for 246 yards. And listen to this, he had 3 touchdowns rushing in the game, one from 75 yards, one from 63 yards, and one from 83 yards, Devier, so he can take it to the house on any touch.
Absolutely home run hitter on any play, and he will get a lot of opportunities tonight. But I am looking for somebody on the other side of the ball, a guy named Nolan Miller. He's one of our guys, Ryan Miller's son. He is Ohio State legacy, but they say he can ball, and so I want to see him make some plays. He is the team's leading tackler, so I'm pretty sure he'll have a few of those on Jet tonight.
It's Upper Arlington and New Albany tonight under sunny skies here in New Albany, Ohio. Coming up next, Devier and I have the kickoff as you listen to the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on the Fan.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. Looking to upgrade? The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers and want you to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more. Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of veteran county veteran service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment, facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
Matty Ice here. Football is back, and it also marks the kickoff to huge savings at McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. Right now, you can get a 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 with up to $12,000 off MSRP for qualified buyers. Just imagine riding up to your tailgate party in a brand new Silverado from McDaniel. And McDaniel GM Superstore has been family-owned and operated for over 100 years. They're just a short drive north off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus, The Fan. You're listening to the high school football game of the week on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Sunny skies above, temperature 79 degrees as we get set for Upper Arlington at New Albany tonight on our game of the week on The Fan. The Golden Bears, the visitors, at 3-0 on the season, while homestanding New Albany is 1-2. Along with Devier, Posey, I'm Paul Barnes. Welcome to Week 4. And Devier, I'm excited for this game. It's great to be back working with you.
Absolutely. You talk about a beautiful night, and then also just kicking off the season for me and you, right? We haven't got to call a game yet. So this is a good matchup. What were you saying? This is the battle of the old money versus the new money?
Something like that.
Something like
the
that.
The old suburb, Upper Arlington, against the new suburb, New Albany.
I love it.
Here in northeast Franklin County. Now, Upper Arlington will receive, as New Albany won the coin toss to open things up. New Albany defers the choice to the second half, so they will kick off with the kicker and starting quarterback, Jade Hoovler, to put it in play. New Albany will defend the goal to our north. That's to the right as we see it. And back deep for Upper Arlington to return the kick are Jake Braun and Seth Kehoe. And it's a short kick up to the 35 where it's fielded by an up back. He'll take it across the 30 on the far side to the 35 to the 36 perhaps. So Upper Arlington, the offense on the field for the first time, led by senior quarterback Luke Backus. Backus, a first-year full-time starter for the Golden Bears at 5 feet 10 inches tall, 180 pounds. On the season, he's attempted 50 passes. He's completed 33 of them in the first 3 weeks. He's thrown for 397 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the key stat for him, no interceptions. And Backus can also run 16 carries for 102 yards coming in. He's a dual-threat quarterback who's shifty and quick. And Backus committed to Williams College earlier this week to play Division III football in Massachusetts. As New Albany has it, as they set up 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. It's a quick little hitch to the outside where it's caught on the far boundary as it was reeled in by Trent Wolpert, the featured receiver of UA, who comes in leading the Golden Bears with 12 receptions on the season. And that's how the game begins. Devier, a nice little pass play for the Golden Bears to pick up 7 yards.
Absolutely. Coach Baltimore wants to get the ball out quick for Backus. You start the game with a quick screen, get it in a playmaker's hands, Luke Wolpert, you're able to pick up some yardage.
Second down, 3 yards to go for the Golden Bears. The football at their own 42 on the far sideline. Hash mark. And it's a handoff to Drew Theotto, and he's going to be snowed in the backfield as he was stood up by Hunter Howard. Hunter Howard, the middle linebacker, 6 feet 225, making his 17th stop of the season. And that one is a loss of 1.
Absolutely. Michael Egway making some penetration there early on the line. And you'll hear his name on the D-line, number 8, Michael Egway. He is a senior, and he plays on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. Get ready to hear his name tonight.
Ball back to the 41 of UA. So it's 3rd and 4 for the Golden Bears on the game's first possession. They move left to right, and before the snap is underway, we have a pre-snap penalty called. I tell you what, Devier, as we see it here in the visitors' press box, that sun is glaring right in on us.
Absolutely.
Makes it hard to see the field, but it's a nice day for football, as you said.
Absolutely. So, look, Paul, the secret when playing football in the sun, and this is what you catch the black dot. So we just got to follow the black dot through the sun and see if we can.
Hey, you know what, Devier? That's why you're my man, because thanks for that tip. As I look through my binoculars here, it's not the easiest to see. So a 5-yard penalty against UA steps it off back to the 36. It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go. Back to throw Backus, throwing to the wide side of the field where it's caught at the 49 as it's brought in by UA. Oliver Backus, his younger brother.
Listen, they've done that a million times in their backyard over in Upper Arlington. You talk about a across the field out route throw on the money. Luke Backus, he finds his younger brother for a major pickup.
13-yard gain and a 1st down on that outcut by Backus, the younger Backus, from his older brother Luke. Oliver Backus making his 8th reception of the season. It's good for a 1st down. So New Albany is close to the midfield stripe at its own 49. Ball on the near side hash marker. Backus on 1st down, turns, hands off. It's Drew Theotto trying to snake his way off left tackle. Too much penetration by the New Albany front. little to no gain on that play. Second down coming up for the Bears.
The best part about a balanced offense and what you want to do for Luke Back is he's good at getting the ball out quick, but establishing the run with Drew Theato is something that's very important on the road because you don't want to put your young quarterback who has no interceptions in a position tonight where he has to throw almost every down.
Hunter Howard, the middle backer, in on the stop there, so call it no gain. It's second down, 10 yards to go for the Golden Bears, who are dressed in their black helmets, white jerseys, white trousers, black numbers, as they have the ball at the center field logo on the 49. And here's a little pitch to the outside where it's caught. Dancing up the sideline is Trent Wolpert, his second catch in the ball game, where he's belted out of bounds by New Albany's Jack Morgan. So that's a nice gain on second down.
Absolutely. I love that play call right there in this mindset again. Out quick for back. As we saw the same play on the other side for Trent Wolpert, and it's looking like if you get it to him in space, Paul, he's going to pick up some yardage.
He did there. So he got 8 yards on that reception. Third down, 2 yards to go for the Golden Bears. They've now breached New Albany territory. Football resting at the 43. Here's a quick down to the line for the Golden Bears, and they hand it to the first man through, the fullback, who plows forward in that tight formation. And that's going to be close to the first down. Drew Theato, the ball carrier there.
Yep. So early on the road, you talk about New Albany and what their strategy is defensively. It's to own the line of scrimmage, Paul, and it looks like on a lot of big downs, they've been able to get the push on their side. You got a big fourth down coming up here. Let's see if they can continue.
So Drew Theato, the junior running back, got just 1 yard on that carry with the condensed formation. Good penetration by the New Albany front. Brings up fourth down, 1 yard to go for the Bears from the New Albany 42-yard line. Ball on the right side hash mark, which is the near side. In the pistol is the quarterback Backus. Takes the snap, fake handoff. Follows up the middle. He's going to be pushed back. I don't think he got it.
Egway.
And Egway, the defensive end, a senior at 6 feet 215, and Hunter Howard combined on the stop, and he did not get it. He was short.
Absolutely. You talk about that push there. New Albany gets a turnover on downs on fourth down. That's a way to defend your time here at home in the first drive. Let's see if this time of possession in this run can get started off early, Paul.
So the Golden Bears drive stalls at the New Albany 42, and now Jake Hoovler, the senior quarterback, onto the field to lead New Albany. He's not much of a passer. Just 20 pass attempts in his first 3 games. He's completed 7 of them for 58 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. They're a running team. They run the ball 90% of the time, and this man, Jet Jewers, off left tackle to the short side, tripped up for a short gain, maybe a yard.
Absolutely. So Coach Buttermore is one of the best defensive minds here in Central Ohio, and his teams normally have they allow low scoring points over the season span. So going against this offense, Paul, I'm pretty sure they're going to stick to what they do best here at Upper Arlington and be able to stop the run in some shape, form, or fashion, but they will be tested tonight.
New Albany has a base 3-4 defense, Devier. In the wing T formation, it's New Albany, and it's a handoff. Charging up the middle is Grant Nelson, the fullback, and tough sledding in the interior. He doesn't get much. That UA defense is so stingy. They only allow 5.3 points per game in their first 3 games this year, and Devier, they only give up 168 yards of total offense on the season.
You will be surprised in high school football how many games you can win with just one simple thing, being disciplined. And this Upper Arlington defense is that. So sticking to your keys and staying disciplined within all of the motion that the Upper New Albany brings, you got to stay focused.
Third and long for the Eagles. Football's at their own 45-yard line. No score in the contest. Back to throw is the quarterback Hoofler. Pump fake. Now he's in trouble being chased. Hoofler racing to the far side as he reverses field. He's going to cross the 50 with a flag down. He's tackled into Upper Arlington territory at the 47. Let's check the flag as he was being pursued by James Janowitz, the inside linebacker. Clock stops. We'll sort out the infraction. Tonight's referee leading the crew is Patrick Hunter. And it's a holding call on New Albany, so that negates the gain by Hoovler, who saw the play break down. He took off, made some positive yards, but it's all for naught with the penalty. The football brought back to New Albany territory, now at the 35-yard line. So it's third and long for the Eagles. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 17 it should be now. From their 35. No score. First quarter, game's first possession for New Albany. The scoreboard check is brought to you by Byers Imports. On 3rd and long, it's a handoff and spilled in the backfield for a loss is Jewers. And leading the way for Upper Arlington, Cooper McGinty, the nose tackle who broke through and made the play, a TFL, and now it's 4th down, New Albany. The offense for the Eagles will have to repair to the bench as they send the punting unit out.
Absolutely. That is a great first drive for the Upper Arlington Golden Bears there, just to be able to establish the line of scrimmage on your defensive side of the ball.
Back to punt for New Albany is Mason Ackerman, a junior who starts at strong side linebacker and fullback. He averages 39 yards per punt. And back deep for Upper Arlington to return the punt is Nick Ardelia. And Ardelia calls for a fair catch on the far side. Numbers makes it at the 29-yard line. So Upper Arlington will get the football for the second time in the first quarter. We have no score on the change of possession. The scoreboard check is brought to you by Byers Imports. So the Golden Bears nothing, the Eagles nothing here in week 4, Devier.
Absolutely. Great 2 opening drives there. And with both of these teams and both of these organizations, you want to make sure that we can minimize mistakes here. In a game like this, the first person who has the first mistake, probably that other team will be able to crack the scoreboard.
35-yard punt, no return. So New Albany sets up, or rather, Upper Arlington sets up shop. 1st and 10 at their own 30. They have 2 receivers wide right, 3 wide left. Back to throw is Backus in an empty backfield. Guns it deep down the far sideline. Incomplete as he overshoots Jake Braun at the New Albany 35-yard line. So that long incompletion, maybe opening the lid off the defense there. Incompletion brings up 2nd down.
Absolutely. For Jake Brown, a wide receiver that has a lot of vertical speed, for you just to get a chance at a deep ball down the field early in the first quarter, they'll come back to that look because I think he got past him there, Paul.
So with the incompletion, the clock stops. We have 6.5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. We play 4 12-minute quarters of football. 2nd down, 10 yards to go for Upper Arlington. The football on the far side hash marker. In the pistol is Backus. Backus turns. He'll call his own number off left tackle. He's loose. He's at the 35 to the 40 to the 50 down the far sideline. A foot race as he bolts past the 30 to the 20 to the 10 to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears. Is there a flag down? Yes, there is on the far side of the field at the 44 of Upper Arlington. This one's going to come back.
Oh, no. But although this might be coming back, we talk about Luke Backus as a dual threat quarterback. That's a play that you get to see his wheels, and you can honestly see how dangerous he is as a dual threat home run hitter.
A block on the outside, which sprung him, was for not, it was holding. A 70-yard touchdown is negated, so Upper Arlington penalized. That one comes off the board. And Luke Backus, the first-year full-time starter as a senior. Last season as a junior, he split the quarterbacking duties with then senior Kyle Cox. Mm-hmm. And how about that Backus name at Upper Arlington, Devier? His father, Carl, played for the Golden Bears, played football and lacrosse, also played both at Harvard. And then his uncle, Jeff Backus, Mr. Football in 2000.
Absolutely. State champion there.
Yes, they were. So the penalty marches it back to the 34 of UA. 2nd and 6 for the Golden Bears. And as the play ensues, we have whistles halting the action. As the sun is fading here, thank goodness for us, we can maybe see the field. Clock stops, 6:17 left in the opening quarter, no score.
Absolutely. You gotta commend Luke Backus. You run a 70-yard run play, Paul, and then you got to come back and get one more in after celebrating a little bit and thinking the touchdown. I think he might take a rest here, and we'll get it.
Not sure why they stopped the clock. They didn't mark off a penalty, so
get Charlie Hunt in for a play.
Yes, Charlie Hunt, the backup quarterback who they designed some plays for. They call him the Tim Tebow of their offense. He's a sophomore. He takes over at quarterback. He's in the pistol. He takes the waist-high snap, turns hands off, and not much real estate up the middle for Andrew Theato as he gets slammed back. And we're inside of 6 minutes left here. Drew Theato, the junior running back. His father, Andrew, is the principal at Upper Arlington.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you continue for him. You continue to give it to this D-line, and you get one of these blocking schemes. He will pop one of these runs here, but you have to establish the run to take some pressure off the Backus.
3rd and 6, Golden Bears from their own 34-yard line. Football spotted on the far side hash mark. In the pistol, the quarterback Backus with a back to his left. That's Theato. 4 receivers in the pattern. Backus fades back the throw, and what a lunging catch made at midfield as it was hauled in. by Trent Wolpert, the main man. His third catch in the ball game, now 14 receptions on the season, Devier. And boy, did he go up high to get that football.
Absolutely. Trent Wolpert, you talk about all hands across the middle. That's a guy that's not afraid to lay out for one. I love what I'm seeing early. He's 3 for 3 right now in terms of targets, and he's getting positive yardage anytime he's getting the ball thrown in his direction.
14-yard pass play and a first down for Upper Arlington. They marked the football at the 49 of UA. Ball in the middle of the field, and the interlocking NA logo with the eagle flying through the middle, signaling New Albany. And Luke Backus has the snap, turns, hands off. It's Drew Theotto breaking a tackle in the backfield, continues to hammer upfield off left tackle. The pile pushing him forward into New Albany territory and down to about the 42 on the far side hash marks. So an effective carry for Drew Theotto as we're scoreless here. And the Golden Bears on the move, operating now in plus territory.
Love it when the running backs get a few early hits in the first quarter, and then for some reason it's like their body's warmed up, Paul, so they're able to really bounce off of guys and make those first defenders miss. It looks like Drew Theotto is hitting that phase in the game to where he's warmed up and ready to get downhill.
Theotto came into the game on the season with 145 yards rushing to lead the Golden Bears. He picked up 10 yards in that tote, so a fresh set of downs for UA. As they have it 1st and 10 from their 41. Fading back to throw is Backus, and wide open on a pipe route down the middle. Hauling it in is Oliver Backus, younger brother of Luke. Oliver with his second grab in the ball game, his 9th on the season. Big pass play as it takes it inside the 20 of New Albany down to the 16.
I love it. You have some play action right there. Luke Backus just holds it in there to the run back just for 2 seconds. Gets those linebackers to take 2 steps forward. Then right before you know it, he throws a ball right behind his head to his brother Luke Backus. Perfect timing. Excellent explosive game there.
25-yard pass play, and New Albany has elected to take a timeout. So with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first quarter, it's Upper Arlington nothing, New Albany nothing on the Capitol Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Did you know that Byers Airport Subaru is the oldest Subaru retailer in the entire country? And we're conveniently located right by the airport. We take pride in treating every customer like family because that's what's kept us around for generations. Right now, drive home a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 1.9% for up to 72 months. Start your journey today at columbussubaru.com. Byers Auto, driving the next generation of buyers. Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 72 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 9/30/25.
Hey, Buckeye fans! As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
On 1st and 10 from the 16 after the timeout, Drew Theotto up the middle got pasted by Hunter Howard, the middle linebacker, for a loss of 1. So we come back now. It's 2nd and 11 for UA from the New Albany 17-yard line. Luke Backus, the quarterback, has a chest-high snap. Rolling right, has time, lofts the pass to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Golden Bears. It's Oliver Backus, but we have a flag in the backfield. Hold on. Now, earlier in the ballgame, Devier, a 70-yard touchdown jaunt by quarterback Backus was called back due to a holding penalty on the perimeter. And here, the penalty will go against New Albany. So they'll decline the penalty. Unless it's a personal foul after the fact, then they'll...
It's a roughing the passer call there.
Okay.
You talk about Luke Backus stepping up in the pocket. So you got your brother all the way at number 3, and he has a high corner round in the red zone. Those things take time to develop, Paul, but he gave him time, and he delivers a great ball. Luke Backus takes a shot in the mouth. Touchdown. Golden Bears.
Yes, indeed. 4th touchdown of the season for Luke Backus, the 2nd receiving by his younger brother Oliver, the sophomore. And now on for the point after touchdown attempt is Edward Oakley, 6'6", 180-pound junior, who's perfect 11 for 11 on extra points this year for the Bears.
Do you know who his kicking coach is?
I don't, but Edward Oakley, impressive there, splitting the uprights. It's 7-0.
Edward Oakley, he's coached by the great Drew Basil in Ohio, one of my former teammates there. And so he is 12 for 12, and I'm pretty sure his coach is happy about that.
Good knowledge there, Devier, as we have 3:33 remaining in the first quarter. The score now, Upper Arlington 7, New Albany nothing. You are listening to the Game of the Week presented by Capital Ford of Columbus on The Fan.
Game day glory starts here, Columbus. The 2025 Polestar 3 is built to win, delivering Scandinavian luxury, cutting-edge design, and up to 350 miles of range. Right now, lease yours for $399 a month for 27 months with $55.99 due at signing, and score $15,000, double the EV tax credit. Visit Polestar Columbus on the Buyers Imports campus by the airport, the only place in Ohio where you can see, feel, and drive the difference. Monthly lease payment of $599 per month for 27 months. Offer expires September 30th, 2025. See dealer for details or visit polestaroffers.com.
Hey Columbus, it's Lorenzo Stiles Jr., Ohio State student athlete. It's football season, and just like on the field, success starts with the right game plan and the right team. That's why I'm proud to team up with Monogram Homes. They're the true custom home builder, bringing precision, creativity, and attention to every detail, just like we do on Saturdays. If you're ready to build, don't settle for standard. Go custom. Go Monogram. Visit monogramhomes.net to start building today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
On the ensuing kickoff, Edward Oakley blasting it through the end zone for a touchback. So New Albany's offense back on the field, now trailing Upper Arlington 7-0. 3 minutes, 33 seconds left in the first quarter. That Upper Arlington drive was a 7-play, 70-yard march. Elapsed time 3:07. A 17-yard touchdown pass from Luke Backus to his younger brother Oliver caps it off. And now New Albany trying to answer. They set up 1st and 10 from their own 20. And it's a handoff to Jet Jewers. Jewers with the pile moving forward. Past the 25, surges down to the 27. And the ball carrier is actually Grant Nelson, the fullback, on a quick hitter out of that wing tee. So Nelson takes it forward, and he picks up about 7 yards. So call it 2nd and 3, New Albany from their own 27.
Absolutely. Feeling a sense of urgency from the Eagles here on this drive. You want to make something happen, whether it's 3 or 6.
It's homecoming here at New Albany in the traditional wing tee. A handoff, and Jet Jewers is going to be wrapped up and dropped by Ryan Marks, the senior outside linebacker for Upper Arlington, who now has 16 tackles on the season. No gain there, if any. 2nd and 3. So Upper Arlington's defense, very stingy. Again, averages allowed just 5.3 points per game to its opponents. Opponents only convert 11% on 3rd down. This is a 3rd down situation. New Albany, 3rd and 3 from their own 27. A high snap in the pistol as it's taken by the quarterback, Jake Huvler, who rolls to the short side, nothing doing. He doesn't even throw. Everyone covered. Jeweler just going to hop out of bounds, shy of the 1st down.
Absolutely. I had the sense there. I always know when a double move is coming or a trick play is coming. I felt like they wanted to look at something there on 3rd down and didn't get it. We'll probably see that later in the game because they had a guy wide open down the field.
Yeah, maybe a loss of 1 it is. 4th and 4 officially New Albany. The line of scrimmage is their own 26. And dropping back in punt formation, standing at his own 11, is Mason Ackerman. Back deep for the Golden Bears, who stands at his own 37, is Nick Ardelia. It's a high spiral kick. Ardelia takes it at the 36, makes a man miss. Now slashing to the outside in the middle of the field. To the outside, near side, he scoots past the 50, and he's brought down at the 47 as he was tackled on special teams by New Albany's Christian Guestfield. But that return by Ardelia brings it into New Albany territory, so excellent starting field position for the Upper Arlington Golden Bears, who lead the contest 7-0. We have 2:12 remaining in the first quarter. The scoreboard check is brought to you by Buyers Imports. UA's offense trots back on the field. They have it 1st and 10 from the New Albany 48. Ball on the near side hash marker. The quarterback, Luke Backus, in a pistol. Backus in his cadence, receives a chest-high snap, turns, hands off. It's Drew Theotto with an immediate cut to the inside. And tough sledding on the interior as the nose guard wraps him up. That's Bo Anders at 6'4", 300 pounds. He's a load.
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about just getting downhill, right, and trying to establish a rhythm for this offense. You've been able to keep the ball in your possession, but continue to have sustained long drives on the road will help your defense stop this wing tee and keep that offense off the field.
Theotto got a yard, 2nd and 9. Upper Arlington last week beat Reynoldsburg 50-0 at home. Their offense averages 32 points per game on the season. They also average 325 yards of total offense. And now Luke Back is spinning as he takes the snap. On 2nd and 9 after Theato got a yard. Here's a little swing pass to the outside where it's caught by the sure-handed Oliver Backus. And he'll be ushered out of bounds for a short gain. So 3rd down coming up for the Golden Bears. 3rd and about 4.
Absolutely rolling out to the left. For a right-handed quarterback, you got to open your chest up and get that ball on him. Say, I need a familiar target. Hey, Mom, I think I've thrown the number 80s a few times. They connect again, the Backus brothers.
6-yard pass play. Devier makes it 3rd and manageable. 3rd down, 3 yards to go for the Golden Bears. The line of scrimmage is the New Albany 41 on the far side hash mark. 2 receivers wide left, 2 wide right. 1 back to the right of Backus. That's Theato. Play action pass. And here's a slant pattern. A rope thrown and caught. As Trent Wolpert had it, bounced off a defender past the 35. His trip ends at the 32. That's a pass play of 9 yards and a 1st down, Upper Arlington.
There you go, young fella. Trent Wolpert going across the middle again, extending his hands, fully extended. He doesn't have alligator arms. For a young player, that's tough to do. And to catch it and to pick up some yards after catch, Trent Wolpert having a big first quarter.
Trent Wolpert is a 3-year starter for the Golden Bears as the Bears advance it down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. 1st and 10. Bears leading by 7 points. Looking for more here in the first quarter. 2-by-2 receiver combo. Now a receiver comes wide right. Fading back the throw is Backus. Little dump off underneath. It's Theato who makes the grab at the 31. Turns it upfield. Cuts to the outside. On the sideline. He'll race down to the 20-yard line.
Absolutely. You've been able to get off with play action pass, and now this defensive line is just ready to get upfield on the pass rush. Throw a screen right behind their head. Great pace, great call there by Coach Buttermore.
Mason Ackerman made the tackle, the strong side linebacker, but not before a 1st down reception by Theato as it gained about 11.5 yards. So New Albany defense needs to bow up here, down 7-0. As Upper Arlington now nearing the red zone. They have it at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10. Ball on the far side hash mark. 2 receivers wide left, 2 wide right. Now a man in motion near side. Back to throw Backus. Little swing pass. It's Theato with some space on the outside on the far boundary to the 20. Shaking and baking past the 15. And he's going to be escorted out of bounds near the 10-yard line.
I love when you get a linebacker in man coverage and you got a running back on a fast swing as a quarterback. Don't waste much time looking down the field. See if you can get it to your running back fast and let him pick up some yards with the ball in his hand.
7-yard pass play to Theato as we're nearing the end of the first quarter with 13 seconds remaining. New Albany breaks the huddle. Upper Arlington breaks the huddle on offense. New Albany already ready on defense. It's now 2nd and 3 for the Bears from the 14. And a handoff, Theato charging up the middle, lowering his head off left guard. An interior run, and he'll take it near the 1st down. He's about a half-yard shy. And that should be the last play here in the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books from New Albany High School tonight. Week 4, your score, Golden Bears 7, the Eagles nothing. You are listening to the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Hey, Buckeye fans! As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Come visit the all-new Capital Ford of Columbus today, home of the 99-cent down car deal. Visit capitalfordofcolumbus.com or call 614-861-7150. That's capitalfordofcolumbus.com or 614-861-7150. 99 cents, $399, $0 down, RCL on 25 My Escape. 10,500 miles per year available for well-qualified buyers. Excludes tax, title, licensing, and documentary service charges. Offer good while dealer supply lasts.
The best high school football plays here. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The teams have switched ends. Upper Arlington now moving to the south goal. They lead 7-0 as we are about to start the second quarter play. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Golden Bears from the New Albany 12. And a handoff. It's Drew Theato racing to the outside. A fine ankle tackle made by Nathan Riley, the rover back, but Drew Theato has enough space on the outside to pick up the 1st down, and a fresh set of downs for the Golden Bears, who lead 7-0, along with former Buckeye and NFL wide receiver Devier Posey. I'm Paul Barnes. Cam Taylor's our statistician on site here at New Albany High School. And DJ Nate Puderbaugh, our studio producer in our Twin Rivers Drive studios in Columbus. Glad to have you along here as it's just underway here in the second quarter, 22 seconds deep. And now it's 1st and 10 for Upper Arlington from the Eagles 11, so the Bears can still get a first down here as it's a 4-receiver combo. Fading back to throw his back as he's engulfed in the backfield, spinning away. Now gets a free moment, and he guns it incomplete. Drew Theotto in the back of the end zone, running a crossing route, but that was well thrown away. Responsible throw there by the quarterback Backus, who saw the pocket break down. He rolled away to get space and then just threw it away.
Absolutely, Paul. For a young quarterback there, just to be able to have that wherewithal to say, hey, we're in the red zone. Don't take a bad interception. Throw it away where no one else can get it. Love that decision.
7-0 your score. The Bears, who come in 3-0 on the season. New Albany, it's homecoming here. The Eagles are 1-2. Ninth play of the drive. Here's Andrew Theotto hammering off left tackle, breaking tackles, looking, he keeps his balance, keeps going, and scoots into the end zone for a touchdown. Upper Arlington. 11-yard scamper. What a run there by Drew Theotto, breaking tackles. He kept his balance. How did he do it?
Well, he's been kind of pressing runs and bouncing them outside. When you get in the red zone, at some point you got to put your foot in the ground and get north and south in between the tackles. He decided to do it there, and he was able to make somebody miss and then pop out on the side. Paul, perfectly executed run play there by Andrew Theotto. Way to touch paint, sir.
Second touchdown of the season for Drew Theotto, the 5'8", 177-pound junior running back. And now Oakley onto the field to attempt the extra point. Oakley's also a right-handed pitcher on the baseball team. Spot down, kick up on the way. It is drilled. And with 11:16 remaining in the first half, your score, Upper Arlington 14, New Albany nothing, as you listen to the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Come visit the all-new Capital Ford of Columbus today, home of the 99-cent down car deal. Visit capitalfordofcolumbus.com or call 614-861-7150. That's capitalfordofcolumbus.com or 614-861-7150. 99 cents, $399, $0 down, RCL on 25 My Escape. 10,500 miles per year available for well-qualified buyers. Excludes tax, title, licensing, and documentary service charges. Offer good while dealer supply lasts. Game day glory starts here, Columbus. The 2025 Polestar 3 is built to win, delivering Scandinavian luxury, cutting-edge design, and up to 350 miles of range. Right now, lease yours for $399 a month for 27 months with $55.99 due at signing, and score $15,000, double the EV tax credit. Visit Polestar Columbus on the Buyers Imports campus by the airport, the only place in Ohio where you can see, feel, and drive the difference. Monthly lease payment of $599 per month for 27 months. Offer expires September 30th, 2025. See dealer for details or visit polestaroffers.com.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
Oakley moves a touchback for Upper Arlington. Edward Oakley kicking it to the end zone on the ensuing kickoff after that Upper Arlington scoring march. A 9-play, 48-yard drive, 3:04 off the clock, and a very athletic play made by Drew Theotto, an 11-yard touchdown run off left end, keeping his balance and finding the paint. 14-0 your score, Golden Bears. We have 11 minutes, 16 seconds left before the break. And New Albany, which has one total yard in the game, hands off. And spinning is Grant Nelson, the fullback, fumbles the football on the far sideline at about the 25. And Upper Arlington has recovered.
No.
I think it was Ryan Marks, the outside linebacker, who grabbed it as it was pop free from Grant Nelson. And the Eagles offense, Devier, continues to struggle tonight against that menacing Upper Arlington defense.
Yeah, just sputtering out of the blocks, and it's one of those things where you need a couple great play sequences, breaking the huddle solid, getting some positive yardage. If that happens a few times back to back, your offense kind of finds a rhythm. But they haven't been able to find that much. You know, with 2 turnovers, I think they had a drop snap, able to pick it up in recovery. But the New Albany Eagles need to find a sense of rhythm if they're going to stay in this with the Golden Bears.
UA offense back on the field. Devier leading by 2 scores. 2 receivers wide left, 2 wide right. Play action fake. Luke Backus back to throw. Guns it over the middle, wide open. Snaring it is Oliver Backus, a defender on his back. He will carry it to the end zone. 4-6. Touchdown, Golden Bears. 25-yard strike from older brother Luke to younger brother Oliver. Oliver's second touchdown in the game.
Absolutely. We've seen Oliver work this slot. We've seen him run a corner route for a touchdown, and then a 7-step skinny yard post. You talk about stepping on the DB's toes. You get so close to him that when you make one move, you're already far away. Oliver Backus looks good tonight, Paul. I'll be honest, I'm pretty impressed with the younger Backus as a sophomore making big plays on varsity tonight.
And here's Edward Oakley on for the PAT. 20-yard attempt. Oakley, a big leg. 6'6", 180-pound junior. And he nails that one. And with 11 minutes straight up remaining in quarter number 2, Upper Arlington stretches the lead to 3 scores. It's the Golden Bears 21, the Eagles nothing. As you listen to the high school football game of the week, presented by Capital Ford of Columbus, right here on 97.1 The Fan.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Come visit the all-new Capital Ford of Columbus today, home of the 99-cent down car deal. Visit capitalfordofcolumbus.com or call 614-861-7150. That's capitalfordofcolumbus.com or 614-861-7150. 99 cents, $399, $0 down, RCL on 25 My Escape. 10,500 miles per year available for well-qualified buyers. Excludes tax, title, licensing, and documentary service charges. Offer good while dealer supply lasts.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
Jet Jewers on the kickoff return for New Albany. A short return at that as he doesn't get back to the 20-yard line. So good kick coverage there by Upper Arlington as the Golden Bears cash in on the fumble by New Albany's Grant Nelson. The next play, a 25-yard touchdown pass from Luke Backus to Oliver Backus. Oliver Backus in the game. Devier, 5 catches, 86 yards, a pair of scores. I know you love good wide receiver play, and we're seeing it from the sophomore of Upper Arlington.
Absolutely. Just to be able to throw and catch and have that type of connection, the Backus brothers are doing that at a very high level tonight.
Jet Jewers on a sweep to the wide side, tries to turn the corner, does, but he gets spilled as he makes his move on the far boundary as he stretched the play out to the 16-yard line or so.
Paul, you talk about sudden change. This New Albany team, they fumble the ball. This Upper Arlington team, when you have a chance for a sudden change and then you just take a big play right after it, I think that's one of my most favorite things about football. I got you bleeding. Let's see if we can make the cut a little bit bigger.
So it's 21-0 Upper Arlington. Jet Jewers actually got 10 yards on that carry, so a first down. And here's a pass from Jake Huvler to the near side. It's incomplete on an outcut run by Avery Bastain. He could not haul it in. The pass was too tall. Bastain, just 5'8", was open in space, but Jake Hoover sailed the throw. It's incomplete. So with that incompletion, the clock stops. We have 10:41 remaining before halftime, and the Golden Bears on the road, flexing their muscle, up 21-0.
Absolutely. And for the Eagles here, you just need to get one play to get the rhythm started.
A receiver to each side, wing T formation, and it's Jet Jewers. Jewers with the immediate cut, racing to the outside. Bears defenders are tracking him down. Big hit on the near boundary applied by Seth Kehoe, the free safety, who came up in run support and knocked down Jewers. But Jewers a pretty healthy carry on first down. And Jet Jewers a guy who needs to get on track for New Albany if they have any chance to come back to Devier. Jewers has accounted for 65% of the yards from scrimmage for the New Albany offense this season.
Absolutely. You have to get the ball in his hands. You have to do it creatively here. The thing with the wing T-like offense, when you get behind and you have to run the ball, it's very hard to play catch-up.
5-yard pickup there for Jewers, so call it 3rd and 5, New Albany. Line of scrimmage, their own 33. Back to throw is Jake Hoover, and Hoover's pass over the middle, lofted too far, incomplete, as it thuds down at the Upper Arlington 30. Pass was intended for Chase Jackson, who was running a post route. And defending on the play, Seth Kehoe, the free safety, back there in center field. So that pass well incomplete, so it's 4th down yet again for New Albany as the offense for the Eagles continues to sputter.
Absolutely. The Golden Bears, I think they've only allowed 1 or 2 first downs tonight. Defense playing lights out tonight.
Mason Ackerman to punt it away. He stands on his own 18-yard line. Back deep for Upper Arlington to return is Nick Ardelia, the senior, the strong safety. And Ardelia is going to let it bounce as it hits at the midfield stripe. It takes a New Albany bounce. It will roll inside the 40, be killed at the 37. So excellent starting field position again for Upper Arlington in which to work, Devier. What are your impressions so far? Obviously, a good night for Upper Arlington all around. What do you see out there? Why are they doing so well?
Well, absolutely. Well, I want to make sure I mention Jake Brown just got a tip, a block kick tip right there, able to stop the ball and not be such a deep kick and give his offense good field position. But Upper Arlington is executing at a very high level, especially in the passing game. They've not turned the ball over. Backus has made great decisions with the ball. And every time they had an opportunity to score, they've cashed out.
1st and 10 for the Golden Bears from their own 38. Offset eye. It's a handoff to Drew Theato. Theato accelerating off right end. Finds the sideline. Cuts up at the 40 to the 45. And he's going to be close to a first down. He got about 9 yards. So Drew Theato running to the wide side there with some speed. As a healthy gain on first down brings up 2nd and short for this Upper Arlington offense, which is clicking tonight. And one of our storylines, again, from the start of the night, New Albany is beset by injuries, especially on defense and on the offensive line.
Yes, they're playing a lot of young players, and Upper Arlington knows that. And they got a few guys circled that they're kind of attacking offensively.
2nd and a short 2. Back to throw. Luke Backus dodges a would-be tackle in the backfield. Shakes it off. Steps up. Throws it deep down the field. And it's incomplete. In and out of the hands at the 5-yard line of Trent Wolpert. A good job manipulating the pocket there by Luke Backus, dodging several would-be sack attempts and got the throw off. He unleashed a bullet.
Absolutely. For young quarterbacks, when you're moving around in the pocket, I always get eerie of ball security when you're waving it out. But I thought that Luke Backus was able to protect the ball there and then still load it back up on his shoulder and throw about a 60-yard ball down the field where I thought Trey Roper had a chance at that. Great play there. Unfortunately, they weren't able to connect.
Golden Bears in front, 21-0. The scoreboard check is brought to you by Byers Imports. 3rd down, 2 yards to go for the Golden Bears. Football at the Upper Arlington 46. And spinning up the middle is Luke Backus calling his own number as he's close to the first down. And he got enough. He needed 2, he got 3. First down, Golden Bears. The drive continues. Upper Arlington on the season converts 55% of their 3rd down conversion attempts and higher than that tonight.
Absolutely. Design quarterback run there. Your quarterback steps up in the pocket. He's moving real well. He has a great feel for the middle of the field right now. Let's get him the ball, see if we can pick up this first down. Luke Backus able to get it with his feet.
Luke Backus in the pistol with a back to his right. That's Jaden Chinavong. 2-by-2 receiver set. Back to throw is Backus. A clean pocket, encased. Now rolling right as it breaks down a bit. Backus still looking downfield, probing, going through his progressions. Sheds a tackle and is going to step out of bounds at the midfield stripe on the far side in front of the New Albany bench. A big crowd on hand tonight. It's homecoming here in New Albany. The far side stands, the bigger set of stands, packed with Eagles fans. And nice turnout by the UA fans here on the near side as well.
Absolutely, UA fans making it on the east side of 71. But I want to mention this offensive line that Luke Backus has. He's had some great time in the pocket, but a part of these connections, the guys up front are keeping him clean tonight. I don't think they've allowed a sack, and they're getting a good push in the run game as well.
Left tackle Bo Schaefer, left guard Chris Gentner, center Jack Kowalski, right guard Max Uritas, and right tackle Drake Dorsey. 3 of those guys D1 prospects, and in fact Bo Schaefer, the senior captain and left tackle at 6'5", 270, has committed to Youngstown State to play for the Penguins.
Absolutely, I love that. And so when you get a chance to shout at the offensive line, you got to make sure you mention all their names. I appreciate that, Paul, but they are doing a great job tonight getting the push and keeping Luke Backus clean.
Well, when we talked with Brian Finn, the head coach of New Albany, who's in his 4th season as a head coach, his 26th season on the staff, we talked to Finn earlier this week. He said the first thing he sees is that Upper Arlington offensive line. They're big and they're long. They're lengthy as well.
Yes, absolutely. They have a lot of size.
All right, there's a penalty, a 5-yard penalty assessed on Upper Arlington for procedure. So it's 2nd and 14. Here's an inside screen, which goes to the 49 of New Albany. So they get about 7 yards back. They had it 2nd and 14 from the Upper Arlington 44, and that one will just breach into New Albany territory at the 49.
Love it, Coach Buttermore. Getting back to the original game plan. The original game plan here was to keep Backus clean, get the ball out fast. He went back to the quick passing game, and that's there all night, but they've been able to find success in the long pass game. But back to the original game plan here. Let's establish a rhythm and run some clock out.
Anderson Walther on that last reception, 5'9", 160-pound junior wide receiver on the inside screen, his 4th grab of the season. Makes it 3rd and 7 UA. Fading back to throw his back is from the 49. Guns the pass to the far side where it's caught by Trent Wolpert. Striding swiftly in motion, makes the grab. He's past the 35 to the 30 and down to about the 25 on the far sideline.
Great route right there by Trent Wolpert. You got an 18-yard speed dig. You get up to 15 yards and put that right foot in the ground and you roll on downhill. Great hands catch, and you're able to get some yards after the catch. Great pickup there, young man.
Officially a 19-yard pass play. Wolpert on the reception. 1st and 10, Upper Arlington. They continue to move down the field. They're moving right to left as we see it. Trips left, one receiver right. Backus immediately rolling out left. Plants, fires down the near side numbers. It's caught towards the sideline as it's brought in by guess who? Oliver Backus. He's inside the 10, down to about the 7.
Absolutely. You got some younger DBs in the back end. The Backus brothers are misaligning them and number 3 to number 1, and they're able to find some mismatch there as they connect again on a high corner route. Great ball rolling out to the left by Luke Backus to his brother Oliver.
Senior corner Vincent Williams on the coverage for New Albany. He brought him down, but that 22-yard pass play makes it 1st and goal for the Golden Bears from the New Albany 7. They put the football on the near side hash marker. Extra tight end in there. Strong right in the formation. 2 receivers wide right, none wide left. And calling his own number is Backus, and he will snake through the middle of the line, and he will cruise into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown, Golden Bears. They expand the lead now to 27-0 with the PAT pending.
Absolutely. You think big brother Luke Backus is going to let Oliver go home with 2 touchdowns and he not get one himself? Great play, great run there by the dual threat quarterback to get into the paint.
4th touchdown overall this season for senior quarterback Luke Backus. That's his 1st on the ground. And now Edward Oakley, Mr. Automatic, on for Upper Arlington, kicking to the south end zone. And end over end kick is plenty through. In fact, it hits the Upper Arlington band congregated way back on the track. And 28-0 the score now with 7 minutes and 31 seconds left in the second quarter. You are listening to the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Looking for a career where you can grow and make a difference? Apply today to join the Bridge Credit Union family. In addition to great pay, Bridge Credit Union offers bonuses, health benefits, paid time off, and a retirement plan with employer match. Bridge also has professional development programs to help you advance your skills. It's not just a job, it's your future. Ready to take the next step? Apply online at bridgecu.org. That's bridgecu.org and start your journey today.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Don't let life get in the way of what's most important. Visit shelterinsurance.com to learn more. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
Edward Oakley kicking off from the 40. Summarily drives it through the end zone for a touchback. So Upper Arlington, the last drive, 8 plays, 62 yards. It took 2:28, and it was capped off by a 7-yard touchdown rush by quarterback Luke Backus, his first rushing touchdown of the year. That extends the UA lead to 28-0. 7 minutes and 31 seconds left in the second quarter. And Devier, what does New Albany have to do to get going here?
Well, I think for your quarterback, Jay Hoover, you got to get him established and get a connection downfield, because you have to push the ball in the passing game downfield on this stout Upper Arlington defense. But you have to find one play to connect to another, and pick up multiple first downs in a row on one drive. If they can do that here, maybe get 3, maybe get 6. You just start hacking away at the lead.
And New Albany, Devier's had a proclivity for slow starts this year.
Yep.
The New Albany Eagles have been now outscored in the first quarter this year, 35-0. They've been outscored in first halves to the tune of 63-10, and that's not going to get it done most of the time. New Albany coming in at 1-2. They had a big victory here at home last week over Olentangy Berlin, 30-21. That career game by Jet Jewers, that 246 yards rushing and those 3 touchdowns longer than 63 yards. And here tonight, though, against that UA stifling defense, New Albany just can't get on track. And New Albany has it after the quick timeout, 1st and 10 from their own 20. And a handoff up the middle. It's Jewers for not much. A couple yards as he's spun down. Jet Jewers, who has scholarship offers already from Kentucky, Harvard, and Bowling Green. You got to figure more on the way. He's only a junior.
Only a junior. And the one thing I got to love about Jet Jewers, he's a guy that plays football with no gloves on. That means he has strong hands and he's a running back, and you got to respect the field swagger with no gloves.
Nolan Miller in on the stop for UA there. 2nd and long for New Albany. And a carry was made by the fullback, Grant Nelson. He's brought down by Nicky Sheehan, the defensive end at 5'10", 200 pounds, who made his 9th tackle on the season. 3-yard carry for Grant Nelson, the fullback, who's typically a blocking back. He came in with 18 carries for 42 yards on the season, but tonight, Nelson getting some totes. He did have that big fumble, though.
Absolutely, and he's a big guy, and he's been able to pick up positive yardage. Sometimes, with a young player, you don't want to go away from him when he has a fumble like that, but he was able to push the ball down the field for this offense.
28-0 your score, Upper Arlington. The scoreboard check is brought to you by Myers Imports. 6 minutes change remaining. And here's a toss to Jewers, and Jewers is going to be snowed in on the backfield, trying to make something happen. Just too much pursuit, too much penetration. And cleaning up is Cooper McGinty, the nose tackle, undersized at 6'1", 223. But his coach, Justin Buttermore, calls him an animal on the nose. And that's a big loss on that run by Jet Jewers.
Absolutely. Little botch snap there and kind of muffled exchanges on the reverse routes, and you just pick up negative yards. This team has been downhill all night. Very tough for the Eagles right now.
8-yard loss makes it 4th and 11 New Albany, so they have to send the punting unit out again. The line of scrimmage to New Albany 19 as they spot the football on the near side hash marker. A busy man tonight, Mason Ackerman in punt formation. He's at his own 4. Back deep, twin safeties for Upper Arlington to return the kick. It's a high spiral which turns over in the air. It carries to the 45. Where it will be taken by Upper Arlington's Jake Braun. Braun spins away from a tackler, but not the second one, as he's yanked down at the 48 of Upper Arlington in the middle of the field. So another advantageous start to field position for Upper Arlington. They take over near midfield, leading 28-0. 5 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Absolutely, right here. You want to continue to have this momentum, and what you're trying to do for this young team, they're still trying to establish themselves for the season and build an identity. Games like this are identity-building games for the Upper Arlington Golden Bears offense.
Jaded Chinvong carries the ball, searching for daylight as he snakes off left guard. He'll spin towards the 50 as he's tackled there. He gained 2. 2nd and 8 coming up Upper Arlington as UA 14 of 17 passing for Luke Backus tonight. Chittavong the carry, as we said there. So the ball spotted on the midfield stripe, right in the middle of the field as UA breaks the huddle. They send out 3 receivers wide left, none wide right, 2 tight ends in the formation. A back to the right of quarterback Luke Backus, who's in the pistol calling signals. Receives a waist-high snap, fading back to throw, pump fake. Now sets up at the 47, lofts an aerial down the near sideline, and streaking free was Corey Allison, who had a step on his defender, who was Avery Bastain, the corner, but that one falls incomplete. Pass a little overthrown there by Luke Backus, and that stops the clock.
Absolutely. Hasn't been off too much in terms of accuracy tonight, but you have a fake screen pass. You've been able to get this Eagles defense to suck up on the screen passes, but we want to throw one right behind their head, unable to connect downfield.
A rare situation for UA tonight, 3rd and long. It's 3rd and 8 for the Bears from midfield. 3 receivers wide right, 1 line left. Rolling right, taking the snap, the quarterback, Luke Backus. He throws it. It's in and out of the hands of Corey Allison, who is running a crossing route on the far side hash marks at the 43 of New Albany, but that pass falls incomplete. So for the first time tonight, will Upper Arlington punt? We'll see. They leave the offense on the field for now, but now they will change it up. And an interesting thing for Upper Arlington, Devier, the left tackle, Bo Schaefer, moves to long snapper on punts and place kicks. And UA's Edward Oakley will punt. He stands at his own 35. Twin safeties back deep for New Albany.
I'm all for Bo Schaefer. It's all about the more you can do, Paul.
Again, Bo Schaefer headed to Youngstown State. Perfect snap, waist high for Oakley, who just crushes one high in the air. It turns over. as it's a fair catch called for and made at the 11-yard line by New Albany's Avery Bastain. So an excellent exchange of field position there on that punt. It's a 39-yard kick, no return, so first down, New Albany coming up.
Absolutely. Been pretty impressed with Edward Oakley and his ability as a 6'6" punter to be able to pin this New Albany team back every single time they had to punt. And it hasn't been many, but he's been really solid tonight. And he's coached by my teammate, Drew Basil.
Condensed formation for New Albany. Lines are down on 1st and 10. Eagles from their own 12. And here's a sweep to the wide side. Not much doing. New Albany having a tough time against this UA defense, not just on the interior, but on the flanks, too. They run side to side so well, do the Golden Bears.
Well, the Golden Bears, the strength of this defense is the defensive backfield. You talk about these guys getting a lot of early playing times, and it looks like they might already replace some of the starters in the back end with some younger guys. That is the strength, making plays on the ball and coming up and tackling in run support.
Mason Shoemaker on that last carry got 3 yards. 2nd and 7 Eagles out of the wing T formation. And slamming forward is the freshman Kingston Torres-Lofton, but he's tackled for a short gain again. The Bears just all over the place defensively. As we're inside of 4 minutes remaining in the first half, 28-0 the score. No gain on the carry for the freshman there. Kingston Torres-Lofton really pressed into duty due to the fact that New Albany's beset by injuries.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of guys getting some minutes tonight, but this is good for this team. These guys are able to put this in the memory bank and learn from this stuff.
3rd down, 7 yards to go for the Eagles. Football resting at the 15 of New Albany in the middle of the field. Jade Hoovler, the quarterback, has it, gives it on a misdirection, and it's Jet Jewers racing to the outside, accelerating past the 40. He'll be spilled at about the New Albany 47, so a healthy carry there. He'll have a first down.
Absolutely. Now that's the explosiveness that we're talking about that the University of Kentucky and many other Division I schools are very interested in. You see that guy get up the speed, up the field fast. If you can get it in his hands, Paul, he has an opportunity to break one at any moment.
27-yard carry for Jewers, who came in with 547 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns, averaging 8 yards a carry in the first 3 games. And here's a carry for Jewers again. Actually, Kingston Torres-Lofton got the tote for New Albany. 4-yard pickup. Tackle made by Jaden Chinvinavong. So 28-0 your score. The scoreboard check brought to you by Buyers Imports. Upper Arlington and Firm Control. New Albany's driving, though. They have time. 2:43 and counting before the end of the half. New Albany has it 2nd and 6 from their own 45-yard line. Fading back to throw is Jake Hoovler. 3-step drop. Fires a pass across the field to the wide side to the near side, where it's caught by Vincent Williams. Senior wideout, also a starting corner. His first catch on the season, and he's close to a first down. He's about a yard shy as he just breached into Upper Arlington territory at the Golden Bears 49-yard line. So 3rd and 1 coming up New Albany. Jake Hoovler commands the offense. He's the starting catcher on the Eagles baseball team, which made the Division II state semifinals this past year. Lines are down in a condensed formation, and it's a handoff. A lot of congestion in the middle as Grant Nelson takes it forward. As he thrusts forward past the 50, he gets the first down. He only needed 1. He got about 2.5. So first down New Albany, a fresh set of downs as the Eagles keep the drive going, trailing 28-0.
Yeah, we mentioned the slow starts for New Albany, and you're starting to see the identity of this team starting to come out now that the game is settling in, Paul, and this drive is a lot what we'll probably see in the second half.
Wing T formation, a wideout to each side. Here's a high snap. Fake handoff to Jewers, and it's going to be Hoovler calling his own number, trying to dance off right guard, but the Upper Arlington Golden Bears are there to meet him. As leading the way defensively on the stop, James Janowitz, the inside linebacker, whose distant relative, Vic Janowitz, the 1950 Heisman Trophy winner at Ohio State, as a junior. And Janowitz's older brother, Tommy, played football at UA, and Tommy's, in fact, a sophomore on the Ohio State lacrosse team.
Absolutely. Janowitz family, a legendary name for Ohio State faithful. If you are a true Buckeye fan, you recognize that name.
1st and 2nd down and about 8 after that 2-yard carry by Hoovler. Here's Jet Jewers off left tackle. Breaking tackles. Now surges forward. He's into the clear at the 30 to the 25, and he's caught from behind in traffic at about the 23. So a nice run on the play of 22 yards in traffic by Jet Jewers First down to Albany, which trails 28-0. A minute left in the quarter. Now they're going to run it down to 54 seconds. And New Albany will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here during this break. It's 28-0 UA. Boy, the Golden Bears with 238 yards of total offense thus far compared to 68 for New Albany. And New Albany has most of those yards on this drive.
Yeah, absolutely. Being able to establish a rhythm. And you go in at halftime. You know what that halftime speech is like? Hey, guys, this is who we are. Now we got to fight and we got to claw back, get back in the game, and make sure this is what we see in the second half. Now, if we can get this offense off the field a couple times and get some stops, Paul, this game could turn.
Tonight is the fourth all-time meeting between the two schools on the gridiron. Upper Arlington leads all-time 2-1. UA won the first meeting 41-10 back in 2021. New Albany won its game over UA in 2022, 20-7. And last season they played at Upper Arlington at Marv Moorhead Stadium, and Upper Arlington won 32-0 in a shutout. First and 10, New Albany from the UA 24, their furthest penetration tonight. A play-action fake, rolling right is Hoovler, throws to the end zone, incomplete in the front left corner, but there's flags everywhere, as the pass was intended for Chase Jackson.
Yeah, very tough play there by Nolan Miller. You got a guy sprinting vertically. The ball is thrown short. You're in his face. There's really not much you can do when he stops to come back for the football. Very, very good play there and called by the referee on the pass interference.
Nolan Miller, who plays a weak safety for UA, defending. As you mentioned, Devier, the son of Ryan Miller, former Buckeye, number 43. Excellent outside linebacker for the Bucks. Was on that 1997 Rose Bowl winning team. So the penalty takes it to the 12. First and 10 for the Eagles. Their deepest incursion into Upper Arlington territory. 48 seconds left before the half. Bears lead by 28 points. And here's a handoff to Jet Jewers, sweeping to the short side. Too much pursuit there. He gets a couple. Good defense there by Upper Arlington with the clock running. 38 seconds and counting left in this first half. 28-0 the score. The Bears. The scoreboard check is brought to you by Buyers Imports.
Absolutely.
And Hoover's going to spike the ball here to stop the clock.
Yep, I was going to say great tackle there by Nolan Miller coming downhill and getting a short gain there.
Nolan Miller, the team's leading tackler coming into the ball game tonight with 19 total stops in their first 3 games. Nolan, the young sophomore, also a pick on the year. And his father, Ryan, told me earlier this week that Nolan has, in fact, received his first college scholarship offer by Liberty University. There's much more to come, though.
Absolutely. That is a great university out in Virginia, and they are booming right now. But his college career will continue as he continues to make plays here for this Golden Bears team. I mean, you talk about the athleticism that we see from this team on both sides of the ball, from offense and defense. They have some great players here.
11th play of the drive coming up. It's 2nd and 13. Eagles from the 15. Hoover fading back the throw. Launches the pass to the near back corner of the end zone, but it sails well incomplete out of bounds. So that stops the clock. 25 seconds left in the first half. Stick around for our halftime show presented by Bridge Credit Union. Our host, Skip Mossick, will be joined by Tim Streed from the OHSAA. So stick around for that. And then Devier and I will bring you the second half from Eagle Stadium here in New Albany. 28-0 the score, Upper Arlington in the dying stages of the second quarter. 3rd and 13 forthcoming for the Eagles. The line of scrimmage, the Golden Bears 15-yard line. Back to throw is Jet Hoovler. Little swing pass to the right. It's Jewers making moves. He'll be tripped up on a nice play in space made by Grant Harold, a nickelback, a 5'11", 148-pound junior. Good tackle in space on a tough guy, Jewers. 4th down to Albany. They'll race the field goal unit on the field here with 6 seconds left in the quarter. They're going to have to hurry down to 3-2. This is an attempt of 26 yards, and this one attempted by the quarterback, Hoovler, and this one is wide right, no good. So Hoovler attempting one from 26 yards at the gun. It sails wide right, and that's going to be the end of the first half. With the score, the Upper Arlington Golden Bears 28, the New Albany Eagles nothing. Devier, your quick impressions of that first half. Obviously, UA is dominating, but what did you see in the minutia of all that?
What I saw was high-level execution in the pass game by the Baggins brothers, and obviously Trent Whipper having a lot of yards. You can't lie in the numbers. They're clicking on offense right now, on the ground and in the air. New Albany's sputtering out. I feel like this last drive, being able to get the ball in the Jet Juror's hands and let him make some plays downfield and having Hoovler push it and find guys in the quick passing game, this is what this New Albany Eagles team needs to do and talk about at halftime. Say, hey, how can we establish a rhythm and continue to get stops? And somebody stop one of these Backus brothers, we might have a chance.
All right, Devier, we'll see what happens in the second half. Don't forget our halftime show hosted by Skip Mossick is presented by Bridge Credit Union is coming up. Again, our halftime score here in New Albany on homecoming. The Golden Bears of Upper Arlington 28. The New Albany Eagles nothing here in week 4 as you listen to the high school football game of the week presented by Capital Ford of Columbus right here on 97.1 The Fan.
Hey, Buckeye fans! As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus, The Fan. Time now for the Game of the Week halftime show.
Sponsored by Bridge Credit Union. Whether you need checking, savings, auto loans, or credit cards, visit bridgecu.org and experience the Bridge difference.
Halftime at New Albany High School with the score Upper Arlington on the road leading the homestanding New Albany Eagles 28-0. Stick around, our halftime show rolls on as Skip Mossick has Tim Street from the OHSAA. That's next on the halftime show presented by Bridge Credit Union as you listen to the high school football game of the week presented by Capital Ford of Columbus right here on The Fan.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron. You know how we say eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians? Yeah? So, that makes for a lousy acronym. PHVAC. Doesn't work. Okay, but... So what if we change it to plumbing, heating, AC, and electrical? PHACE. Face. With a PH.
Get Eco.
ECO. No one is going to remember face with a PH. Call ECO today and ask for a face man with a PH. No one is going to ask for a face man with a PH. Sure they will.
Get Eco.
ECO. Besides, we spent thousands of dollars saying plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. You can't just change it to face man with a PH. It could be big, Aaron. I don't think so. Would you rather I go back to inventing random household items and stop messing with your catchphrase? Yes, please.
Get Eco.
ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians, not face men with a PH.
Ah, college. A time to broaden the mind, question, learn. A time to challenge the status quo. And eat a ridiculous amount of pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of The Ohio State University and the unofficial bank of pizza. Let's go Bucks! Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai, lease 2 Elantras for $222. That's right, lease 2 new 2025 Elantra SEs for just $222 a month for a 2-year lease. Both your new Elantras come with owner assurance and America's Best Warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. In Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.99 down per unit plus taxes fees. First month payment, 10K miles per year, ends 9/30.
Hey guys, 13-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion Jason McCourty here, and I'm the Innovation Ambassador at FAIR, Food Allergy and Research Education. I would say the most challenging thing as a parent of a kid who has a food allergy is probably the ignorance that I myself had in the beginning. I didn't know what anaphylactic shock was. I didn't know the dangers, let alone the things that she needed to be able to have a normal life. When you go to drop your kid off, and every single time in the beginning, we'd have to go through everything she was allergic to. Preparation is everything. And me, for playing football for 13 years, it was all throughout the course of the week. It's getting ready for game day. When you're on the field, you're playing for your fans. At home, you're playing for your family. My playbook, read labels, keep it allergy friendly, and have an epinephrine nasal spray as a backup plan. Because when my family's safe from food allergens, that's the real victory. Visit foodallergy.org to learn more.
The Fan. From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's Halftime Report. We have seen some news regarding some high-profile transfers over the years, and this year is no exception. But what are the rules? We'll discuss with Tim Street of the OHSAA next on the Ohio News Network.
Every day, farmers rise before the sun and put everything they have into a job so few can do. Their courage, resilience, and relentless work shape the legacies and future of our country. At Beck's, we're proud to stand alongside those who don't wait to see what the world will do. They act, they lead, they are the difference. Beck's honors your commitment to your land, family, and purpose. And while we can't predict what the future holds, there is one thing we can do to change it, and that's be the difference. Right now, in every decision, in every season.
Friday night, Under the Lights reminds us teamwork, dedication, and community start in our schools. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wenson, and on behalf of the OEA's 120,000 members, we are proud to sponsor tonight's game and even prouder to support our public schools. Whether it's touchdowns or textbooks, success starts with a strong foundation. From the classroom to the end zone, we believe in every student's potential because in Ohio, public education matters.
Ben Sattler, Assistant Vice President, Commercial Lending, on what makes First Bank of Central Ohio successful.
What we do as a community bank is really, listening to, that company, finding the solutions that best need their business and is not just a universal product that you could get anywhere else.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
You know a thing or two about the moments in life that matter. You've seized those moments to embrace joy, accomplish great things, and build meaningful relationships. Is it time now to sit back and reflect on a life well lived? Maybe. Or maybe there's more to be done. Maybe this is the most important moment you've encountered yet. By volunteering with AmeriCorps Seniors, you can seize the moment, lend a hand, and get back more than you give. We connect you to local volunteer organizations with opportunities that fit your schedule and match your interests. Through AmeriCorps Seniors, you can support people in times of need and make your community stronger. You can become a companion to your older neighbors, brightening their days with friendship. You can even become a mentor for young people, serving as a role model and enriching their lives. Are you ready to seize your moment? Visit AmeriCorps.gov/yourmoment and get started today.
The Fan. This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by Beck's Hybrids. At Beck's, they are and will remain farmers at Hart. And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game. We are joined this evening by Tim Streed, Director of Information Services with the Ohio High School Athletic Association. And Tim, we will occasionally hear stories about high school transfers. There are obviously rules in place to keep an eye on things in regards to the transfer of high school athletes. Can you share with people what rules are in place and I guess what families probably need to be aware of if they're considering a move to another district or another change of school that might impact their high school son or daughter's eligibility?
Sure. Hey, Skip, great to be with you again. Thanks for having me on. And you're right that, transfers are definitely in the news again, especially right now. And it's such a prominent part of college sports now. It's much more prominent at the college level, but certainly there are always a number of transfers at the high school level too. The most common transfer, of course, is family moves from town A to town B. That's the most common one, and almost all of those are approved. But there are, of course, a number that do not get approved, and the ones that don't get approved are when the transfer was for athletic purposes. That is a function of our office, of our eligibility and compliance department, which is a lot smaller than the NCAA, but we do our best, and essentially our schools have voted into place a set of bylaws that govern that. And we have staff that work through that with our member schools. When there is a transfer, there is paperwork that comes into our office, and then we take it from there. But certainly our goal is that students, unless their family needs to move, our goal is that students stay at their high school and compete there. A lot of transferring is, well, it's not good for college athletics either. I guess that's a whole nother conversation, but we don't think it's great for high school sports either.
Well, Tim, I'm sure it's a case-by-case basis, but roughly how many transfers are generally approved with no issue? And I guess are kids able to play at all if there is one?
Yeah, good question. On an average year, there's more than 1,000 transfers. And again, most of those are because the family has moved to a different town. So, in fact, I think last year there were even 1,300 transfers. It seems like a lot. It seems like a big number, but it's really not. I mean, keep in mind that we have 818 high schools. So really 1,300 transfers, that's less than 2 per school. So, it's really not a lot. The transferring paperwork takes a bit of a time, meaning a couple of weeks to work through in our office. We do talk to the schools involved, but if a student does not meet one of the exceptions, that student can still play the first half of the season. In the case of football, the student could play the first 5 games, but then they would have to sit out the rest of the season. And that is actually a lesser penalty than what it had been for a long time. It used to be that a student would sit out the whole season, but now it's just the second half of the season. And, the vast majority of transfers are approved. I think 85% of the transfer applications do get approved. And again, that points back to the common transfer where a family moves to another town. That is the majority. 85% of those get approved. That remaining 15%, that's where we really have to do some digging. Sometimes those are high-profile cases too. I think every year there is either a court case or a lengthy deliberation on some of them. So that definitely does take some time.
And Tim, having gone to a Catholic school, I know the answer to this one, but how much more complicated does it become when kids transfer from a public to a private school?
That does make it more complicated, for sure. One thing I will say is the other way around is the easy one. If a student starts their high school career at a non-public school, they can always go back to their local public school. That's the easy one. You can always have a one-time transfer out. Going the other way around, a little more complicated.
Tim Streed with the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tim, we always appreciate your time, okay?
Sounds good, Skip. Thanks for having me on.
And we'll be back on the Ohio News Network.
Bex recognizes this week's player with heart, Christopher Kinsey from Cardington Lincoln High School, for his commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
I've been playing with these kids since I was in 5th grade, so you kind of build like a brotherhood and like the camaraderie that you have, not just about the game, just like kind of life itself, you know, responsibility, knowing where to be. Resilience is a big one too. I feel like I've gained from it.
Lessons in football, lessons in FFA.
You know, the things I learned, and I knew that I wanted to have, like, hopefully maybe an ag background in my life. You know, I've showed livestock since I was, you know, very young, and so it was just kind of a given.
And of course, the importance of agriculture.
There's family generation farms that, you know, that's their whole life, you know, and agriculture, I mean, that's the stuff that brings your community around. Yeah, I think it's just the most important thing ever. I mean, people underestimate it.
At Beck's, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. Looking to upgrade? The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers and want you to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
We ask parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I mean, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus, The Fan. This is ONN.
Our thanks again to Tim Streed with the Ohio High School Athletic Association for joining us tonight. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling from the Ohio News Network.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for Window Nation. Did you know right now, the time we are in, that is the best time of year to buy new windows? Yeah, whether you have old drafty windows or the cheap ones that came with your house, September is the perfect month to protect your home against cold, snowy weather. And let's be honest, it's going to get hot later next year anyway, so you want it for then too. Year-round savings with energy-efficient windows from Window Nation, that's one of the best offers they have. But now this month, they have an even better offer. Buy 2 replacement windows, get 2 for free. Plus, you won't pay any interest, monthly payments, or down payment for 2 years. And if you're a Buckeye fan, you've got another reason to buy, because Window Nation will give you 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game if you purchase a whole home full of windows. Trusted company, a reasonable price, go Bucks, it's all there. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No interest, no payments until 2027. WindowNation.com or 866-90-NATION to get your free quote today. That's 866-90-NATION or WindowNation.com. Go Bucks.
Matty Ice here from McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. I recently bought a brand new Chevy Trax from McDaniel GM Superstore. It was by far the best car purchase I have ever made. And right now you can get a 2025 Trax at McDaniel GM Superstore for as low as $21,995. And with over 40 in stock, you know you'll find the perfect one for you. They're just a short drive north off Route 23 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. McDaniel GM Superstore, where great deals meet a century of trust. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and it's party time, baby, because the Grove City Smokin' Hot Wing and Music Fest is back Saturday, October 4th at American Nitro. From noon to 9, you get wings, beer, live music, football on the big screen, and more. Don't miss the wing eating and bobbing for wings contest either. Ooh, veterans, military, and kids under 12 get in free. Get the tickets at AmericanNitro.com/wingfest. Presented to you by The Fan, Columbus Chamber, Brex Paving, Darby Dental, and Equipment Rental. Wingfest 2025, the ultimate fall kickoff. Don't miss it.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers. Tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
You're listening to the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
Now you get up in somebody's face and put some pressure on them. Is that clear? You understand? That's it.
28-0 the score. Upper Arlington in the lead at halftime. Stick around. The second half kickoff is coming up as I'm rejoined by Devier as you listen to the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
This has been the Fans High School Football Game of the Week halftime show.
Sponsored by Bridge Credit Union.
The second half is coming up next. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown! This is what the Buckeyes train so hard for.
Just like Valvoline Instant Oil Change, their techs train like pros to deliver expert service every time.
Wait, are we talking about football or oil changes?
Both. Whether it's the Buckeyes on the field or your car in the bay, it's all about preparation and precision.
Can't argue with that.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit VIOC.com/Buckeyes today.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. And if you're gearing up for the big game, don't forget the MVP of desserts, Sanders Chocolate Fudge Bumpy Cake. This legendary treat just made its way to Ohio. Finally! We're talking rich devil's food cake, buttery cream bumps, and a fudge icing that is just unfair. They'd throw a flag on it if it was actually on the field. Bring one to your next tailgate, watch party, or even a team celebration, and you'll be the real hero. Available now at Kroger and Meijer, Sanders Bumpy Cake. It's game day greatness.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
Welcome back to New Albany High School. Just prior to the start of the second half, 28-0 the lead for Upper Arlington. And now with a quick check of the imperative stats, here's our Cam Taylor.
Yes, and so tonight, Upper Arlington has had the ball for 13 minutes and 30 seconds, 239 total yards, 47 on the ground, led by quarterback Luke Backus, 12 of 19, 192 yards passing, 2 through the air, also 14 yards on the ground, and another touchdown. New Albany, 10 minutes and 30 seconds time of possession, 82 yards on the ground, and then 54 of those from Jet Jewelers, including about 48 of those on that last drive right before the half. Only 10 yards passing, so 92 total yards. And then I just also want to highlight the other Backus brother, Oliver Backus, 6 catches, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Thanks a lot, Cam. We'll check in with you after the game for the final stats. I'm Paul Barnes along with Devier, Posey, and Cam Taylor doing the stats. We're here in New Albany. Nate Puderbaugh is our studio producer in our Twin Rivers Drive studios. So it's 28-0 the score, all UA thus far. And Devier, as UA will kick off here to start the second half, what are you looking for the Eagles from this start here in half number 2?
Fast start, right? You know, for me, I would get in a 2 minute. Let's kickstart this offense. Let's send a jolt, a shock to the heart of the offense. We need a big play, and we need it early.
Kicking off will be Edward Oakley back deep for New Albany as twin safeties are Jet Jewers and Chase Jackson. They stand at their 5 as Oakley set to boom it away from his 40. He usually reaches the end zone with that big, strong right leg of his. as he will approach the football here under the lights at New Albany. Beautiful facility here. High end-over-end kick. And fielded by Chase Jackson at his 3. It returns straight up the middle. Jackson finds a little alley, but then it closes quickly on a big hit by Nick Ardelia down on special teams, the starting strong safety. So New Albany's offense will saunter onto the field here, trailing 28-0 as we begin quarter number 3. Fresh 12 minutes on the scoreboard on this homecoming night for New Albany, which comes out dressed in their maroon jerseys, gold helmets and pants, gold numbers. UA and the traveling all whites. I like that look for UA. Devier, what do you think about their uniforms?
Listen, man, when you go White Sox, white pants, white jersey, you can never go wrong with the white gloves. See, Paul, you want to talk football game gear, we can have a great conversation.
Here's a split back formation, 2 receivers wide left, 1 wide right. This is not the wing T formation shown by New Albany, and now a flag is thrown. I know that, Devier, you like the finer things, especially when it comes to attire. You always got to look good,
listen,
right?
Man.
You always got to look good on the field is what I'm saying. I'm talking from head to toe.
It's all about the flair, because if you look good, you play good. And if you play good, they pay good.
Well, you should know.
Yes, sir.
Outstanding receiver at Ohio State, also in the NFL, most notably with the Houston Texans, as there's a pre-snap penalty on New Albany. Not the way the Eagles want to begin half number 2, Devier.
Not the ideal start to start play 1, penalty 1. You want to figure out, hey, what is working tonight against this stout Upper Arlington defense? And if we can find that and expose that, let's hit it over and spam that play.
In the pistol, the quarterback Hoovler. He'll hand off to Jors. Jors racing around the right end is going to be collared as he's tackled high and low. Getting him up high was Nolan Miller there on the boundary.
I do want to mention, although in this game, Jet Juris has flashed, and you see the type of player that he is, and you understand why he had those yards that he had last week. I mean, you see explosiveness. You see a big guy. Division I prospect here out in New Albany that is running very hard tonight, even though they're down a few scores.
His head coach, Brian Finn, says that Juris is now finally learning how to finish runs, and boy, did he do that with aplomb last week. Here's the classic wing T formation, and it's a give to Juris, who's tackled over right end. He stumbles forward as Ryan Marks, the outside linebacker, shot in and upended him for a short gain. So it'll be 3rd down and long coming up New Albany as the Eagles at home trail 28-0 on this homecoming night. The scoreboard check is brought to you by Byers Imports. So 3rd and 12 officially, Devier. The line of scrimmage is the New Albany 18-yard line. They put the ball down on the artificial surface on the near side hash marks.
Absolutely big pass situation here for Upper Arlington defensive backs.
And this is where New Albany does not want to be. They're not known as a passing team. They run 90% of the time from their plays from scrimmage. And here's a run here. It's Jet Jewers. Jewers sweeping to the wide side, turns the corner, but a good form tackle on the outside numbers is going to bring him down shy of the 1st down. And that's going to be 4th down coming up New Albany. 3-yard gain.
Absolutely. Great open field tackle there by Seth Kehoe. Way to just, get your head on the hip of a Division I running back here and getting them down in space with no one else around you on 3rd down. Great open field tackle.
Yeah. Sorry, Devier. Kehoe, the free safety, came up, made the hit. Boy, he's really good for Upper Arlington. 1 interception coming in, now 10 tackles on the season. He's a shortstop and a right-handed pitcher for the UA baseball team. As Nick Ardelia back deep to return the punt at his own 40. The punt is booted away by Mason Ackerman and snowed under as Ardelia as he makes the catch at about the 43 of Upper Arlington. So a change of possession. The teams will transition units. Upper Arlington's offense back on the field. New Albany's offense will repair to the far sideline. So 28-0 the lead for the Bears. They have the football back. And remember, Devier, when we have a team lead by 30 or more points in the second half, it's running time. So Upper Arlington is coming close to that mark. As Drew Theotto will be the deep back, 2 tight ends, trips left. In the pistol is Luke Backus, the senior quarterback. The huge Upper Arlington offensive line is down. Base 3-4 defense for New Albany. Here's a play-action pass, and now scampering off to the left end is the quarterback, Luke Backus, as he hurdles past the 50. He crosses into New Albany territory, tackled at the 49.
Absolutely. You take a 30,000-foot view of this Upper Arlington offense. You got Backus, who split time as a starter last year. You got some sophomores. You got some juniors. First-time starters in the skill positions. Although they're up, I think it's very important for this team to still stay in attack mode, because what you can uncover for a young skill position group is your identity in a game like this tonight.
8-yard gain around left end for the quarterback, Luke Backus. He was upended by Avery Bastain, the corner. And now Drew Theato sprinting to the near sideline as he turns it upfield at the numbers at the 45. He'll reach the first down with plenty to go as he raced into the New Albany secondary. He's finally forced out of bounds on the near sideline at the 38-yard line of New Albany. That's an 11-yard scamper for Drew Theato, the junior running back. First down, UA. Bears in front on the road comfortably now, 28-0. As they break huddle, they come to the line. Football resting on the near side hash mark. Again, New Albany still in that base 3-4 defense. The upper Arlington line is down. Trips left to the short side, no receivers right. Play action fake, back a short drop. Unloads the pass near side where it's caught on the near boundary by Trent Wolpert as he will advance it forward at the numbers.
Absolutely.
Short gain.
Seeing Trent Wolford in this action a few times tonight, the stack wide receiver, smoke screen, you have a lead blocker out front, and all you got to do is catch the ball and put your foot in the ground and get north and south, and you're always able to pick up some positive yardage as the defense is making their way to the sideline.
Wolpert got a half dozen on that reception to the short side. So call it second down and 4 yards to go for the upper Arlington Golden Bears, who have a 28-0 lead on the scoreboard. We're inside of 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Backus in the pistol, 2 receivers wide right, 2 wide left. Backus fading back the throw, all kinds of time. Guns the pass deep down the far side to the back of the end zone, and it is incomplete. A Bear is shaken up. That's the intended receiver. It was intended for Trent Wolpert in the back of the end zone. Wolpert is down beyond the end line of the end zone, towards the far side of the end zone as he tried to haul that one in from Luke Backus. So the clock stops here, Devier, for the injury. 28-0 is the score in favor of Upper Arlington. And with this stoppage in play, we will step aside. Again, the Bears up by 28 right here on the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Come visit the all-new Capital Ford of Columbus today, home of the 99-cent down car deal. Visit capitalfordofcolumbus.com or call 614-861-7150. That's capitalfordofcolumbus.com or 614-861-7150. 99 cents, $399, $0 down, RCL on 25 My Escape. 10,500 miles per year available for well-qualified buyers. Excludes tax, title, licensing, and documentary service charges. Offer good while dealer supply lasts.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
Good news is Trent Wolpert comes off the field under his own power. So after the injury timeout, it's 3rd and 4 Upper Arlington from the New Albany 32. Waggling right is Backus. He has some backside pressure. He fires it to the front corner of the end zone where it is caught for 6. Touchdown Upper Arlington. The Bears pouring it on now. And we have an injury timeout here on the back end of the play, as that one was brought in by Upper Arlington's Corey Allison, the senior wide receiver, his first touchdown snag of the year.
Absolutely. You want to get your guys in the end zone. They went to this play earlier. It was a screen and go. And Allison, you sell the block here. Hey, I'm coming to block you. And then as soon as the guy pushes up, you swipe right by him, Paul, and you're running under the football for a goal. I couldn't have executed better than that. Pretty impressed with the accuracy and the aim of Luke Backus in the second half. He is throwing some dimes tonight.
That touchdown pass is 3rd in the game. So it's 34-0 with the extra point pending, and now we're going to have running time when play resumes, as it's a 30-point lead in the second half. And we have a big day of football tomorrow on The Fan, of course, with the Buckeyes taking on OU. Our coverage begins at 11 a.m. with Ohio College football today with Skip Mossick at 11 o'clock. At noon, it's Fan Sports Saturday with Reese and Tito.
Dun, 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 bum, bum, bum.
That's right. And then the pregame show, beginning with our buddy right here to our right, Devier Posey, Dane Sonsenbacher, and Matty Ice Hayes. 1:30, that kicks off our Buckeye coverage on the pregame there. 3:30 p.m. is the tailgate show with Anthony Rothman, Dave Biddle, and Tim May. The network coverage begins at 5:30. The opening kickoff set for 7 o'clock between Ohio State and Ohio University. First night game of the season in the Horseshoe. We will have it here on the Fan, of course, on the Ohio State Radio Network. The best in the business, Paul Keels and
Absolutely.
Jim Lachey.
I'm looking forward to the helmet game, the helmet stripe game. If you're going and you're in the Horseshoe, wear gray. Because
Right.
you're going to be able to light this whole stadium up, man. It's going to look like the Tennessee checker crowd.
It's going to be very cool.
Absolutely, Paul. I'm excited. You know, I don't know how the back of the end zone is going to look, but I'm looking forward to seeing the whole scenery.
It's going to be great. I can't wait to see that one. Of course, I'll be listening on the Fan. Tyler Danberg, Ohio State sideline reporter, locker room reporter. He'll be with the crew as well. So it should be a great day of football on the Fan tomorrow. Do not miss a moment of the coverage. We have a new kicker for Upper Arlington, as with this big lead, Oakley will take this one off. And kicking now is Edward. That is Edward. No. Is that Oakley?
Oakley.
Yes, it was Oakley. I'm sorry.
So he's 13 for 13 on the year.
Oakley tonight, Devier is now 5 for 5 on PATs. So with 7:59 remaining in the third quarter, Upper Arlington expands the lead now, 35-0 the score. We'll take a timeout right here as you listen to the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on the Fan.
Come visit the all-new Capital Ford of Columbus today, home of the 99-cent down car deal. Visit capitalfordofcolumbus.com or call 614-861-7150. That's capitalfordofcolumbus.com or 614-861-7150. 99 cents, $399, $0 down, RCL on 25 My Escape. 10,500 miles per year available for well-qualified buyers. Excludes tax, title, licensing, and documentary service charges. Offer good while dealer supply lasts.
Bridge Credit Union was founded on the values of people helping people. That's why we're here to help you reach your financial goals. For over 50 years, we have been serving Central Ohio and surrounding communities by offering higher savings returns, lower loan rates, and reduced fees. You can use the Bridge app to find an ATM, check balances, apply for loans, and more. We also offer convenient access to online banking. We pride ourselves on providing you with benefits you can't find anywhere else. Visit Bridge Credit Union online at bridgecu.org or stop on by today and experience the Bridge difference.
The best in high school football every Friday night. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Chase Jackson returns the ensuing kickoff down the far sideline to the 31-yard line as it was booted away by Edward Oakley. There is a flag down near the tackle. We'll check that. So with 7:23 and counting as we have running time, it's 35-0 the Golden Bears, well ahead of New Albany. Upper Arlington looking to go 4-0 on the season. New Albany came in 1-2. They look like they will slip to 1-3 unless they surmount a miraculous comeback here tonight. The Golden Bears, a Division I team, which will play in the Region 3 playoffs. They're out of the OCC Central Division, which many consider the strongest of the OCC divisions in football. New Albany out of the OCC Capital. They are a Division II team for the second consecutive year after a little foray in Division I. The New Albany Eagles would play in Region 7 should they garner a playoff berth. And here tonight, the Eagles trailing 35-0, running time. They're at the line. After the penalty stepped off, it's 1st and 10, Eagles from their own 20. Ball on the far side hash marker. Condensed formation. Under center is the quarterback, Hoovler. And he gives here up the middle. Carrying the ball on a dive play is the fullback, number 5, Grant Nelson, a senior. Typically a blocking back, but we've seen Nelson get a few carries tonight.
Absolutely, and he's been running the ball very aggressively. I know he had to fumble early, but he's also had positive yardage on the first couple drives, and they've been able to get some decent production out of his carries.
They will scrimmage from the 23 of New Albany, a gain of 3 on that carry for Nelson. 2nd and 7, Eagles. And this is Jet Jewers with an alley off left tackle to the short side. He carries it where he's tackled at the numbers at the 31. That's a first down carry for New Albany. So some positive developments for New Albany on their initial possession here, or their second possession rather, in half number 2. New Albany down 35-0 to UA. This scoreboard check is brought to you by Byers Imports. So we have 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Line of scrimmage is their own 30 on the far side hash mark. The lines are down. A condensed formation again. And a toss play. Racing left is Grant Nelson. Now Nelson's getting a little more carries because the backup to Jet Jewers, Lewis Justin III, is out tonight. And Nelson, the carry there to the short side as he swept He picked up 5 yards, so a good gain on first down. As we're nearing the 5-minute mark remaining in the third quarter as time melts away with this running clock. And Upper Arlington well in front. Split backs, 2 tight ends. A handoff, Jet Jewers testing the short side. Turns it upfield at the 35. He'll be ushered out of bounds at about the 40. He's close to a first down. Jet Jewers continues to run hard for New Albany.
Absolutely, and you get the sense that at any one of these runs, Paul, it could be a home run. He just runs with a violence that I've been pretty impressed.
He runs with ferocity.
Absolutely, ferocity.
And ferocity is what you can say about this Upper Arlington defense, Devier. I've been so impressed with them. They have 8 new starters from a year ago, but it doesn't matter the year. It just seems like Upper Arlington, one of their hallmarks is stingy defense. Last year they only gave up 12.5 points per game. This year even better. In their first 3 games, opponents only scoring 5.3 per game on them. And here's a carry to the right side this time. It's a carry for New Albany's number 45. They're going deep on the chart here. It's not even on my chart, Devier. Maddox Van, a sophomore running back. I'm told the Upper Arlington football team has a great sophomore class, a real thin junior class. They have good juniors, but there's only like 15 guys, juniors.
Yep.
But the sophomore class has talent and numbers coming up here in the pipe for New Albany.
Absolutely. And they have some sophomores playing up on varsity now, like we mentioned. Nolan Miller's playing up, and then also you got Oliver Backus. Those guys are in that same class, and you talk about 2 big plays on both sides of the ball. I think Oliver Backus, as I'm watching him, obviously his brother's having a great game tonight, but he could be a Division I prospect. He has wiggle at the top, and just the separation and what I'm seeing, the route running ability, I've been really impressed with his game.
Kingston Torres Lofton, the freshman running back, had that carry there. So 3rd and 5 now, New Albany. And this carry will not get the first down. As surging forward is Nelson. He'll be shy of the first down. So we have the score 35-0 Upper Arlington. 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter from New Albany High School on homecoming for them. 4th and 1 coming up for the Eagles. The football is at their own 49-yard line as the Golden Bears coming off a 50-0 shutout last week at home against Reynoldsburg, shutting out New Albany thus far tonight. New Albany missed that 26-yard field goal at the tail end of the half. And here's Jet Jewers plowing off left tackle. He'll dive forward for the first down. So a 4th down conversion there for the Eagles as they are now in plus territory at the Upper Arlington 49-yard line. A 2-yard pickup there in traffic for Jet Jewers.
Absolutely. We'd love to see this kind of pace and this rhythm. And for this Eagles team, you got to figure out a way, in film. How can we become a first quarter fast starting team? Got to figure that out as the season progresses, Paul.
2 receivers wide right, 1 wide left. On 1st and 10, New Albany. Quick 3-step drop by Hoovler. His pass is going to be intercepted. It was tipped and intercepted. Bears coming back the other way on the far sideline. Let's see. Emerging with the football is number 15. That is Charlie Hunt. Also the backup quarterback, a sophomore. Charlie Hunt's father, KC, played basketball at Wichita State. He's been a small college coach in Ohio here, including at Wittenberg and Wilmington.
Absolutely.
And Charlie Hunt there with the pick, a change of possession. Upper Arlington retakes the football on that giveaway by the Eagles. A tip pass thrown by Jate Hoover, the quarterback, is intercepted. And now the Bears with running time lead at 35-0. They take over at the New Albany 40-yard line on the far side hash mark. Trips right in a bunch formation. Nobody out left to the wide side. Pistol formation for Backus, who turns and hands off. It's Chavinavong for the Bears, who takes it off right end for a short carry.
Charlie Hunt, he's another one of the sophomore varsity players that is getting a lot of great experience this year. You talk about the sophomore class in 2 years, Paul. We'll be talking about how deep they are.
And Charlie Hunt played freshman varsity basketball
as a freshman.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's outstanding. And Charlie Hunt has 2 older twin sisters, Hannah and Elizabeth, who are excellent basketball players on the girls' team at Upper Arlington. In fact, Elizabeth Hunt was the Central District Player of the Year in Division I. She just committed to Marshall.
Absolutely.
What an athletic family.
He'll be a stud.
Absolutely. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers wide right. Back to throw Backus. Quick little hitch on the outside, caught. And taking it upfield is Anderson Walther as he dances down the far sideline. As we're inside of 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter, the time will melt away with running time, of course. That's a first down reception for UA as Walther took it to the New Albany 30-yard line. 10-yard pickup on that pass play. with the Bears comfortably ahead 35-0. The scoreboard check is brought to you by Buyers Imports, and with that, the third quarter clock will expire. Stick around, the fourth quarter coming up. Again, our score at the end of 3 quarters of play. The Golden Bears of Upper Arlington 35, the New Albany Eagles 0. You are listening to the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on 97.1 The Fan.
Come visit the all-new Capital Ford of Columbus today, home of the 99-cent down car deal. Visit capitalfordofcolumbus.com or call 614-861-7150. That's capitalfordofcolumbus.com or 614-861-7150. 99 cents, $399, $0 down, RCL on 25 My Escape. 10,500 miles per year available for well-qualified buyers. Excludes tax, title, licensing, and documentary service charges. Offer good while dealer supply lasts.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. And if you're gearing up for the big game, don't forget the MVP of desserts, Sanders Chocolate Fudge Bumpy Cake. This legendary treat just made its way to Ohio. Finally! We're talking rich devil's food cake, buttery cream bumps, and a fudge icing that is just unfair. They'd throw a flag on it if it was actually on the field. Bring one to your next tailgate, watch party, or even a team celebration, and you'll be the real hero. Available now at Kroger and Meijer, Sanders Bumpy Cake. It's game day greatness.
The best in high school football every Friday night. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Charlie Hunt, who just snared an interception, is now quarterback for Upper Arlington. 1st and 10 Bears from the 30 of New Albany. And it's a quick carry for Hunt there. He might have lost a yard. So that's how the fourth quarter begins. Welcome back to New Albany's Eagle Stadium. I'm Paul Barnes along with Devier, Posey. 35-0 the score. Upper Arlington in front with running time here. And Upper Arlington in firm control with the football. Charlie Hunt, the sophomore, now piloting the offense for the Golden Bears, who break the huddle. The Bears clad in their white pants and white jerseys with the black helmets with the numbers on the side of the helmets. Hunt, play action pass, rolling left. Now the pocket breaks down, and Hunt is going to be grabbed and slung down by New Albany's outside linebacker Carson Skinner, who registers the sack, his third on the season, a loss on that play for UA. And now the Upper Arlington Golden Bears have a 3rd and long on that negative play, Devier.
Yeah, absolutely. Charlie Hunt, after a big interception, probably celebrating a little bit on the sideline, right, as a backup quarterback, but now it's your opportunity to get in. Looking forward to see if we can pick this up here.
It was Charlie Hunt's first interception on the season for the Bears. The Bears 5th as a team.
Did he catch an interception before he threw a touchdown?
He's got 4 touchdowns rushing, does Charlie Hunt, as he turns and hands off here. And finding a little alley over left tackle is Jaden Chivitavong, the second leading rusher, coming in with 116 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Takes it forward for a positive gain, but it still will bring up 4th down and about 9 for the Bears, as the football is resting at the New Albany 29-yard line in the middle of the field. And the Bears will send out the field goal unit. It'll be the man with the big leg, Edward Oakley, who on field goals this year is 4 of 5. His long is 44 yards. They will spot this one at the 37-yard line, called a 47-yard attempt. The spot down, kick up, end over end on the way, and this one will fade short and left. It is no good. So the score remains 35-0 Upper Arlington. We'll take a quick timeout as you listen to the high school football game of the week, presented by Capital Ford of Columbus, right here on The Fan.
Come visit the all-new Capital Ford of Columbus today, home of the 99-cent down car deal. Visit capitalfordofcolumbus.com or call 614-861-7150. That's capitalfordofcolumbus.com or 614-861-7150. 99 cents, $399, $0 down, RCL on 25 My Escape. 10,500 miles per year available for well-qualified buyers. Excludes tax, title, licensing, and documentary service charges. Offer good while dealer supply lasts.
You're listening to the high school football game of the week on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
On 1st and 10, New Albany's quarterback, Jake Hoover, rolling right through it, and it was incomplete off the hands of Kingston Torres Lofton in the right flat. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 yards to go for New Albany. Running time here. We're inside of 9 minutes remaining. It's 35-0 Upper Arlington. Pitching a shutout thus far. And a carry around the left end. It's Kingston Torres-Lofton, the freshman running back at 5'11", 230.
Absolutely. See, this is the time right here in the blowouts for the varsity. You don't want to get the JV guys too many minutes because they got to play tomorrow, right? You can only get 6 quarters in the Ohio OSHA rule set.
2-yard pickup. And we have a new quarterback in for New Albany. It's number 14 who comes in, Jack Martin, a senior, 6'2", 165-pounder. So Jake Hoovler comes out, the starter. And so now we have the new quarterback in, Jack Martin. First look at him in the traditional wing T formation with 2 tight ends. It's a handoff. It's Maddox Van. Van pile driving his way forward as he thrusts past the 30. He'll be tackled at the 33. Good to see some reserves get some time in here, Devier. This blowout for New Albany. They trail here 35-0 with 7:50 and counting remaining in the contest. The scoreboard check is brought to you by Buyers Imports. So that's a first down carry. 1st and 10 Eagles from the 34. It's Martin on a handoff. And look at this. Breaking free is the young freshman, Kingston Torres-Lofton. He's in the clear to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, New Albany, the freshman, who I'm told is a dude here. Kingston Torres-Lofton, his first career touchdown. The 9th grader racing down the field as he broke through the first wave of tacklers. He rambles for the score, and it's 35-6 with the extra point pending. The Eagles on the board, Devier.
Absolutely. What a play there. You start to drive out. Kingston Torres-Lofton, he drops a pass, and then the next time he touches the ball, he takes it 60 to the house. Talk about redemption. Talk about a young guy making a play on varsity. You can build off of those in the future, Paul, for a freshman to say, hey, I know I can play at this level.
Jake Hoovler, the starting quarterback, now on the field to attempt the PAT. They'll kick it from the 10 in the middle of the field. High snap, it's down. Hoovler with a knuckleball, and that one is good. 7 minutes, 30 seconds left in the contest. Your score, Golden Bears 35, Eagles 7. This is the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you're a sports card fan like me, you've got to check out Midwest Cards in the Arena District, right outside Nationwide Arena. These guys are true collectors themselves, and they've built a shop that lets you experience card collecting in a whole new way. They've got sealed boxes, packs, single cards, signed memorabilia, and plenty of TVs in their lounge. Yeah, they have a lounge. And don't forget the card bar, where you can open packs while you have an adult beverage. It's awesome. Stop by Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
Looking for a career where you can grow and make a difference? Apply today to join the Bridge Credit Union family. In addition to great pay, Bridge Credit Union offers bonuses, health benefits, paid time off, and a retirement plan with employer match. Bridge also has professional development programs to help you advance your skills. It's not just a job, it's your future. Ready to take the next step? Apply online at bridgecu.org. That's bridgecu.org and start your journey today.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus, The Fan. You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
So New Albany on the board, trailing 35-7. The ensuing kickoff by Jake Hoovler was returned by Nick Ardelia of UA. It was spilled by Hudson Acton of New Albany at the Upper Arlington 20. That's where the Bears will start this drive. 1st and 10. And the sophomore Charlie Hunt, the quarterback, and he turns and he puts the football into the belly of the backup running back who got the carry there. That being Wagner Sue. Wagner Sue, 5'9", 165, and a sophomore, his first carry on the year. So 7 minutes remaining. We're not in running time anymore since New Albany trims the deficit under 30. They trail by 28. Bears have it. 2nd and 10 after that no-gain carry by Sue. Football at the 20. And again, they feed Sue, and Sue trying to wiggle his way free on the left side. Can't find any daylight as a host of New Albany Eagles are there for the tackle.
Absolutely. And so New Albany being able to pick up some confidence here with the younger players and I think I always think about, in high school games when it's a blowout ball and you're a sophomore and you want to get in. Hey, can I show these varsity coaches that I can make a play? Can I show someone that I can play at this level? And you never know what happens in these fourth quarter blowout games for guys getting their opportunities.
Braden Andrews, a sophomore defensive lineman, made the last hit for New Albany. Loss of 1, so that's a TFL for Andrews. Loss on the play, 3rd and 11, Upper Arlington from their own 19. And it's a running play, a stretch play to the outside towards the far boundary to the short side. Doesn't get much. A little pass play there, caught by Fernandez of Upper Arlington. He's shy of the first down. That play picked up about 8 yards on the far boundary, but it'll be time to punt for Upper Arlington. As striding onto the field to do the honors. He's been a busy man tonight, usually kicking extra points, and on kickoffs, Edward Oakley, he'll punt it. He's back at his 15. Twin safeties back for New Albany. They'll go to their 32-yard line. Back deep for New Albany are Amari Jones and Avery Bastain. It's a high, booming punt. Look at this turnover in the sky. Great as punt. Bastain goes back to field it at his 20. Bastain with some room, though, on this return as he manages to get free at the 40. He fumbles the football towards the end of the play. It's loose at the New Albany 47. Who has it? It's a big scrum there. Upper Arlington saying, we got it. They do. Upper Arlington recovers. Down on special teams to recover the fumble for Upper Arlington was Bo Schaefer, the starting left tackle, the long snapper on special teams. And how about Big Bo, the left tackle, 6'5", 270, recovers that fumble.
Hey, man, you get to snap every time you get a chance to get a feel for the ball. And sometimes it comes back to you in the open field. Good job there, Bo Schaefer. Way to fall on that.
Like a yo-yo. Well, next week, the high school game of the week in week 5 will be in Westerville. The Westerville North Warriors hosting Delaware. It'll be exciting to see that. Devier, you'll be with me as well for that.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that one. Stanley Jackson, Beanie Wells, all of those guys on that coaching staff, Reggie Germany, looking forward to it. It should be a good game next week.
And Coach Ryan Montgomery will have the Pacers ready, I'm sure, as the Pacers have a big ball game tonight with Big Walnut in Delaware County. Some big games tonight on the docket, Devier. The biggest one I see is Gahanna at Olentangy Orange, but we also have Berlin at Liberty. Both those teams 0-3, playing tough schedules. Something has to give there tonight. An interesting game tonight. Hamilton-Baden coming up from the Cincinnati area in Hamilton, Ohio, to take on DeSales. Both teams 3-0. And how about the battle in Hilliard? Darby at Davidson. Both teams 2-1 there. As we have an officials conference, they've been huddled up for a while, Devier. A protracted delay here, unexpectedly, at the 45-yard line of New Albany. The UA offense is on the field, as is the New Albany defense. Not sure what this is, but we have 5:43 remaining in the game.
Maybe he was down before it was recovered, or before the fumble.
35-7 your score, Upper Arlington. And they're going to say yes, apparently he was down, right? I see the defense for Upper Arlington back on the field. All reserves are out there now for the Golden Bears. Justin Buttermore, the head coach, also coordinates the defense for UA. And boy, what a job Coach Buttermore's done at Upper Arlington. He's in his 6th season guarding the Bears. His record 50-16 at Upper Arlington coming into play tonight. He was the 2021 Division I Coach of the Year. Former coach at Granville for 2 seasons before taking the UA job. And prior to that, the longtime head coach at Tri-Valley in Licking County for 14 seasons. And then Brian Finn, the head coach of New Albany, has been here a long time. This is his 26th year on the staff, Devier. It's his 4th as the head coach. His record, even Steven, coming into 18-18. New Albany, a team which has gone 4-7 the last 2 years. They had a good year prior to that span. 10-4 in 2022. Advanced to the Division I regional final against Gahanna. We're in Gahanna 1. But back-to-back 4-7 seasons for New Albany, and looks like they'll slip to 1-3 to begin this season. And next week for New Albany, they are at home against, well, actually they're at Hilliard Bradley next week. Bears returning home to take on Central Crossing next week, and We have a short running play on 1st and 10. New Albany does keep the football. They called the returner down.
Yep.
On that nice return
They
by
went into
Bastain.
the challenge booth there. They have those now.
Well,
the referee huddle, that's where it happens, right there on the field, and they figured it out.
So continuing to be at quarterback, Jack Martin for New Albany. And an interior run, not getting much as we're in the waning moments of the game. We have 5 minutes and change left, clock running. The Golden Bears in front by 28 points on the road. I've been impressed with this entire Upper Arlington team. In fact, Brian Finn, the head coach of New Albany, said they are a complete football team, and we've seen that here on the field tonight.
I think the most impressive thing is the discipline on display tonight for the Golden Bears. Penalties were at a very low amount this game, and I thought that they didn't have many negative plays. And when you don't do that, it gives you a chance to not shoot yourself in the foot and put up 35 points.
Carry up the middle for Nate Schmelmer. Schmelmer didn't get much. Several white jerseys engulfed him near the line of scrimmage, a short carry. So it's 4th and 6 now for New Albany football into Upper Arlington territory at the 46. Clock continues to run. 4 minutes, 18 seconds left. It's 35-7 Upper Arlington. The scoreboard check is brought to you by Byers Imports. The quarterback under center, Martin, play action fake. He fades back the throw, now waggling right, and a wobbly pass to the far sideline. It is incomplete, I think, as it was intended for Ade Jimerson. Incomplete pass on the boundary, too far out of bounds on that errant pass thrown by Jack Martin. So the incompletion turns the ball over on downs. Upper Arlington's defense holds, and the offense will be back on the field with 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. The outcome not in doubt here as Upper Arlington on the road, flexing its muscle, leading 35-7. They led at 1.35-0 as Charlie Hunt commands the offense. He's in the pistol with the back behind him. 2 receivers wide right, 1 wide left. Hunt takes the snap, fakes it, keeps it, takes it off left end. Hunt now with an alley, sprinting up the middle to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, and he's going to be tripped up from behind inside the 5. Charlie Hunt looks like he was going the distance, but Jai Frelix, sophomore defensive back, grabbed his ankle at the 5, and Hunt stumbled down to the 1. But what a carry by Charlie Hunt there. Good vision there to find his way down the field.
You see the athleticism. You know, you talked about him playing varsity basketball as a freshman, but, you know, this guy has the interception tonight, and we've seen him make some tackles. And then he's also a basketball player. And then we just see him run for a 50-yard scamper down the field. The sophomore class at Upper Arlington has a lot of talent. Great play there by Charlie Hunt.
1st and goal, UA at the 1. 47-yard carry there for Hunt. And Hunt will call his own number, zigzagging, and he can't break free. Excellent tackle in space made by New Albany. And leading the way was A.J. Majerus, junior defensive back, who slanted in. Loss of 2, so Hunt brought down. One-on-one battle there on the outside after a good fake by Hunt. So now 3:10 and counting remaining of the game. Upper Arlington up by 28, looking to fortify the lead even more here. In no hurry, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I got to say, though, if I'm Charlie Hunt, I'm pretty upset at the referee on that play, Paul, because I think he got in the way of a 60-yard touchdown.
He did. 2nd and goal from the 3. Hunt takes a snap, fades back the pass. A little trickery there on that kind of Tim Tebow pass as it was incomplete, a little too high for the intended receiver. That's Marshall Reinke, the starting tight end tonight at 6'4", 228, and a junior.
Yeah, just a little bit high there. Great play call there, Charlie Hunt. Just rush it a little bit and just didn't put the touch that he needed to put it right in the numbers. It would have been a walk-in touchdown.
All right, so it's 3rd and goal from the 3 UA. Reinke tried to snare his 2nd touchdown, but it was incomplete. Bears break the huddle. They come to the line. New Albany, the jam middle defense. In the pistol, Hunt calling out signals. A receiver to each side, 2 tight ends. And he'll hand off. And dashing up the middle into the paint. Scoring for the Golden Bears. A touchdown by Wagner Sue. Wagner Sue from 3 yards out. And enhancing the lead, the Golden Bears. It's 41-7 with the extra point pending.
Absolutely. This Golden Bears offense, 41 points this week, 51 points last week. You're talking about 91 points from this offense in a 2-week span. This young group of playmakers has found their stride, and this is the team that we need to see late in the season because they were very effective and executed at a high level tonight.
Oakley tacks on the extra point for UA. So the third-ranked team in the Columbus area in the all-schools poll entering this week, 42. The Upper Arlington Golden Bears have it, 42-7 over New Albany. We'll take a timeout. This is the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Come visit the all-new Capital Ford of Columbus today, home of the 99-cent down car deal. Visit capitalfordofcolumbus.com or call 614-861-7150. That's capitalfordofcolumbus.com or 614-861-7150. 99 cents, $399, $0 down, RCL on 25 My Escape. 10,500 miles per year available for well-qualified buyers. Excludes tax, title, licensing, and documentary service charges. Offer good while dealer supply lasts.
You ever feel like your money is just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money is always doing something.
Like what?
Like automatically pushing more to savings so you can take that trip.
I like trips.
Who doesn't? It even tracks your progress. You're almost there.
Wow, I better pack.
And it charts your spending so you know which vacation hat you can afford.
How does it know I like hats?
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
42-7 the score. Amari Jones on the run back after the kickoff by Oakley. And he takes it to about the 23-yard line of New Albany. Back to running time again as the fans begin heading for the exits here. As the lead is greater than 30 points, it's 42-7 UA. So this time will dwindle quickly. A minute 23 as in the pistol. The quarterback, Martin, hands off and slashing off right tackle. Taking it forward for New Albany is Kingston Torres Lofton, the freshman with that big touchdown run for New Albany.
Absolutely. So you find a bright spot, right? You're down your back running back for New Albany Eagles. Your freshman, Kingston Torres Lofton, emerges with some positive explosive plays in this game.
The wing T offense here with the two tight end set. And good defense here by UA's front. As we're inside of 1 minute and counting left. Maddox Van carried it there. So Upper Arlington will up its record to 4-0. They return home next week. Another interdivisional OCC matchup. They host Central Crossing. And for New Albany, they'll slip to 1-3. They are at Hilliard Bradley next week, so a tough game against the Jaguars on the road, forthcoming for the Eagles, coached by Brian Finn. And it's Van again to the outside, nothing doing here. And that will be the last play in all likelihood with the score 42-7. Short carry there. 3rd and 4 officially for New Albany. Devier, it's great to be back with you. I'm looking forward to next week when we have Delaware at Westerville North.
Absolutely. Should be a great one, man. Going up north of 71 out there, and get to see a great group, a talented group of coaches and a talented group of players go against Delaware, and I'm looking forward to a good battle next week.
Cam Smith carried for New Albany up the middle for 3 yards, and that's how the game will end. So don't go anywhere. We're not done yet. Of course, the big thing is coming up, the postgame show, the Byers Subaru Dublin High School Football Overtime Show with Ryan Baker and the Guru Lee Cochran is on deck. We'll come back to New Albany to start our postgame activities here. The final score tonight from New Albany High School in Week 4. The Upper Arlington Golden Bears 42 and the New Albany Eagles 7. Back after this as you listen to the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Looking for a hassle-free car buying experience? At Byers Subaru Dublin, you can shop entirely online, browse our inventory, get your trade-in value, and secure financing, all from the comfort of your home. All backed by the trusted team that's been serving from the same location under the windmill at 270 and Sawmill for 25 years. Right now, buy a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 1.9% for up to 72 months. Start your journey today at ByersSubaruDublin.com. Byers Auto, driving the next generation of buyers. Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 72 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 9/30/25.
Ben Sadler, Assistant Vice President, Commercial Lending, on what makes First Bank of Central Ohio successful. What we do as a community bank is really, listening to, that company, finding the solutions that best need their business and is not just a universal product that you could get anywhere else.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Retirement Group. We can help ensure you'll have a reliable income stream in retirement, locking in gains and avoiding downturns in the market. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. safeharboroh.com.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Come visit the all-new Capital Ford of Columbus today, home of the 99-cent down car deal. Visit capitalfordofcolumbus.com or call 614-861-7150. That's capitalfordofcolumbus.com or 614-861-7150. 99 cents, $399, $0 down, RCL on 25 My Escape. 10,500 miles per year available for well-qualified buyers. Excludes tax, title, licensing, and documentary service charges. Offer good while dealer supply lasts.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus, The Fan. Friday night, under the lights. You're listening to The Fan's High School Football Game of the Week postgame show.
(42-7), the final score in favor of Upper Arlington. Stick around. We'll have more coverage on the postgame, including our Roosters offensive and defensive players of the game. That's coming up on the other side of the break as you listen to the High School Football Game of the Week presented by Capital Ford on The Fan.
Come visit the all-new Capital Ford of Columbus today, home of the 99-cent down car deal. Visit capitalfordofcolumbus.com or call 614-861-7150. That's capitalfordofcolumbus.com or 614-861-7150. 99 cents, $399, $0 down, RCL on 25 My Escape. 10,500 miles per year available for well-qualified buyers. Excludes tax, title, licensing, and documentary service charges. Offer good while dealer supply lasts. The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. Looking to upgrade? The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers and want you to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
The best high school football plays here. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Welcome back to New Albany's Eagle Stadium, where tonight the Upper Arlington Golden Bears win easily over the New Albany Eagles. It was homecoming for New Albany, but spoiled by the Golden Bears. Final score, Bears 42 and the Eagles 7. Along with Devier Posey, I'm Paul Barnes. Welcome back. And now time to check our Roosters offensive and defensive players of the game.
Who got it done? Who put it on tape? It's the High School Football Game of the Week Players of the Game.
Sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today at roosterswings.com.
All right, Depot, so for the offensive player of the game, who do you got?
Absolutely. I think the key to this game was execution in the pass game, and nobody did it better tonight than Luke Backus. I mean, he was 17 for 23, 240 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns, 2 of those to his brother, and then another one to his bud, Trent Wolpert. But you talk about the 7 rushes, picking up about 30 yards there, but leading, commanding the offense, no turnovers. Luke Backus, you are our Roosters offensive player of the game.
How about the other side of the ball, Devier? Who do you have on defense?
Absolutely, Paul. When it comes to defense and you're playing against a wing T offense, you got to have run support. I thought Nick Ardelia was all downhill tonight. You talk about 2 tackle for losses, 5 tackles in the open field, and then a fumble recovery. How about we get a turnover there just to lock in that defensive player of the year, senior Nick Ardelia, number 0.
To your point, the head coach, Justin Buttermore, said it's really tough to replicate playing against the wing T in our practices. Our guys have to come out and be ready from the start. We can't give up scores, especially on the first 2 possessions. And Nick Ardelia led that defensive unit, which only allowed 7 points. That stingy UA defense continues their great play. Again, with 8 new starters on that side of the ball this year, I was impressed, Devier. How about you?
Absolutely. I think, coming into this game, Coach Buttermore talked about finding an identity, right? We are a young team on offense in the skill position player area that we need to find ways to get these guys confidence. I think tonight you go out and put up 50 points last night on Reynoldsburg, and you come out and put up another 42 burger here. This offense is finding the confidence they need to play deep into the season, and I do like this senior class. I do like the Backus brothers. Great night.
And if you're New Albany and head coach Brian Finn, where do you go from here? You slip to 1-3, and you're riddled with injuries. And so coming up next, they're on the road, tough game. So we're at Bradley next week. So where do you go from here if you're New Albany?
I think tonight you find some bright spots with those younger guys. You get hit with injuries. That first week, getting those guys reps and getting them up to speed always is a little hectic and stressful. Now you have that under your belt. Young guys have plays on film to watch. Tomorrow's film session will be very interesting. Hopefully they got the experience to step up in those places of those injuries next week.
All right, so the third-ranked team in Central Ohio, the Upper Arlington Golden Bears, improved to a perfect 4-0 on the season. Next up for Upper Arlington, a home game against Central Crossing next week in Week 5. As we said, New Albany slipping to 1-3. The Eagles are on the road next week at Hilliard Bradley. And great working with you once again. I look forward to next week. We get to see Stanley Jackson and Westerville North take on a very good Delaware Pacers team. I'm looking forward to that one. It was great to be back with you, reunited with you.
Absolutely, man. What a great night. Beautiful night to start some fall ball, and really looking forward to the season. And, Paul, man, good job.
Good job yourself. And thanks to Cam Taylor doing our stats tonight. Also thanks to our studio producers, Nate Puderbaugh and Isaiah Jacob. Did a fine job back at Master Control. Devier, we'll hear you on the pregame coverage tomorrow for the Buckeyes Ohio.
Absolutely.
And see you next week.
Looking forward to it. We got a good Ohio team coming into the Ohio Stadium. It's a nighttime game. It's Ohio University versus Ohio State, the Battle of Ohio. It's a real treat for true Ohioans, Central Ohioans, and Southeastern Ohioans, just to be able to celebrate, tailgate, and have a good time. But we got the helmet game coming up, and I'm looking forward to seeing Parker Navarro going against our defense.
All right, our high school football coverage continues tonight. The Byers Subaru Dublin High School Football Overtime Show with the radio maker, Ryan Baker, and the guru, Lee Cochran, is coming up next. For Devier, Posey, and Cam Taylor, I'm Paul Barnes saying so long from New Albany High School tonight, where the final score in Week 4, it was the Upper Arlington Golden Bears 42, the New Albany Eagles 7. From New Albany, good night. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for listening to the Fans High School Football Game of the Week. Be sure to stay tuned for high school football overtime as we recap the biggest games of the night. The Fans.